since 1975, and they can handle it all plumbing service, drain and sewer service, water heater services, gas services, and water treatment services, and that's just where it begins. Contact Modern Plumbing Industries today at 407-327-6000 or learn more at modernpi.com.
Escape to Aquatica Orlando for an adventure unlike anywhere else. Slide into endless thrills and unwind with sandy beaches, wave pools, and lazy rivers. Come face to fin with unexpected new friends and enjoy lively events all year long. Every visit brings something new at Aquatica, the #1 outdoor water park in America. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our 4th of July sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Sell your car for the most money and get the best experience selling your car now at GimmeTheVin.com. GimmeTheVin.com is 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau. They're awfully proud of that considering their big 3 competitors are all 1 star. From $2,000 to $200,000, GimmeTheVin.com gives you the most money, top money, quick transactions at GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, any Hers chips, and a small fountain drink for just $6. Or make it a classic for only $8. It's the hoagies you love, now with even more value. Big flavor, same Hoagie Fest vibes, but only for a limited time. Hoagie Fest is back. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as 1 day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Looking for 0% financing? Welcome to the home of 0% Bill Ray Nissan. Right now, get 0% APR or up to $4,000 customer cash on Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Need to keep your payments low? Talk to a lease specialist today. Upside down on your current vehicle? Relax. Bill Ray Nissan always finds a way. Credit challenges? We've got lending programs for everyone. Where other dealers say no, Bill Ray Nissan says yes. See dealer for details. At Bill Ray Nissan, our price includes all dealer fees. No surprises. Bill Ray Nissan on 1792. BillRayNissan.com.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and beanbag share.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team USA is off to a 2-0 start at the World Cup after Friday's 2-0 victory over Australia when the Australians couldn't get out of their own way.
And it's another own goal! Cameron Burgess
puts it into his own net. The U.S. wraps up group play Thursday against Turkey. Action today includes Argentina against Austria and France facing Iraq.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. TRIP. That's TRIP. Enter it now.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Monday, June 22nd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from the shocking Arby story to ATF audio captures an epic battle on a flight, and the jaw-dropping story about a DEA drug operation, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
So are you. You can send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Go hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Not bad. You know, not pretty good.
How was your long weekend, man? How'd you do?
I did good. It was fun.
You have a good Father's Day?
I had a great Father's Day. It was weird. It's always weird when the long weekend is like we took the Friday instead of the Monday.
Yeah.
Because then I go through a whole Friday and I go, oh, there's still a whole weekend. That's great. This is I like anything that can sort of hack my mind and give me. It's not even really the illusion of more time, because it is actual more time.
It does. It feels a little weird, though. It's like a gift, but also you're like, I feel like I should be doing something different. Or at least I do. I don't know. That's why I'm always doing something.
Well, yeah. I mean, we did the thing where we had the family over on Saturday to celebrate Father's Day and exchange some gifts. And then because my wife had to work on Sunday. And so I felt like, yeah, maybe that last day I should be doing something. But also that was real Father's Day. So I was like, I can do whatever I want, or more importantly, not do whatever I want.
You know, you just kind of glossed over that. Can I show the people on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie what you got for Father's Day? Look at this. He doesn't want to brag. He doesn't want to brag.
Yeah, I got a pellet grill.
We got a new pit boss in the house,
That's
everybody.
right, baby.
What's a pellet grill? Is it like you put wood pellets in there or something?
Yeah, the whole the tank, the chamber on the left, you fill up with pellets, and that's the fuel for to heat up, and so I'm just gonna smoke everything.
This thing is nice. This looks good. Afterwards, it's like I don't even know what to put on this thing. I'm just gonna get something, and I'm gonna go hog wild with this. Literally hog wild.
I was so lazy on Sunday. I mean, all it would have taken was like a quick trip to the store to get some meats to throw on there. And I was just like, no. But I wanted to use it, so I did like a smoked salsa, and I couldn't tell how effective the smoke was because I made it spicy as hell. And I was, what was I thinking? My wife was like, oh, yeah, at least you don't have any problems with acid reflux. Oh, wait. Yes, you do.
By the way,
idiot.
Well, I'm glad you had a good Father's Day weekend. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day weekend.
How was yours? You and Dylan hang out, get together?
No, he had to work, and he's all the way in West Palm Beach, where I'm all the way here in Orlando. So I didn't see him, but we chatted, and he said Happy Father's Day and all that good stuff. But let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's happening to this great, big, wide world of ours, folks. This is maybe one of the wildest viral videos I have seen all year, without a shadow of a doubt. This man filmed his experience inside a tornado, okay?
Didn't we just have this?
oh my God, is this worse, C-Lane?
Okay.
Like, oh my God, is this? And if you've seen this already, I got more details. I've got additional video.
Does this guy talk to God as much as the last one did?
He does, strangely enough. You're right. He does. Yeah, you predicted that.
They say, everyone's an atheist until they're in the trenches.
Yeah, right. So this video is unbelievable. And look, this is kind of what I do. So when I see something and I'm shocked by it, I got to bring it to you to start things off. So here we go. This is a guy who filmed himself. He's an interesting character surviving a tornado this past weekend. Here he goes.
Bro, there's a tornado outside right now.
Is he drunk?
No. All right, now at this point, the video cuts out because this guy, he's just kind of a bumpkin. I know C-Lane's going like, is he hammered? He's like, oh, there's a tornado. No, he's not drunk.
Oh, there's a tornado outside.
No, this is just how he sounds. And so he noticed that his house was rocking around a little bit, and he began to film it, obviously. And that's what you heard. And you could see there for a bit, like, the windows rolling around, everything's shaking in the house, the couch is shaking. And then the camera cuts
Fans
out.
not moving. Fake video.
No, it's real. Watch. Ready? Here's the other side.
Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened?
Well, I could tell you, friend, your house just got absolutely destroyed.
How did that happen that quickly?
The video cut off, and then when he fired his camera back up, he's in the rubble, and that's what he's coming up from there. I'll go back for those of you who are hanging out with us here. And the video cuts off, and then he puts it back on, and imagine that like an entire gingerbread house falls on a tiny little person, and they're pushing all the pieces of the house away, and then you're trying to get to the storm outside, which is still kind of going by. And this guy is like, holy cow, I just survived it. The wind is still blowing real good, too.
Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened? Jesus. Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened? Well, this was insane.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I feel all right. I got scraped up. That was insane. The whole house that I'm living in just got torn to pieces.
Does he have like a
hearing aid
around my house?
I think he might. Somebody
There's
did
something
mention
in there.
that. Yeah, that may be why his voice sounds a little different than you're used to, and maybe that could be a reason, C-Lane, why it snuck up on him. Maybe like he wasn't aware that this was going to be as bad as it was. And this tornado beeline for this house. Now, the house he was in, I don't know if it was like a trailer or what it was. I'll give you some more info in a second on this. It was some place that he was renting, but it's absolutely demolished, just completely demolished by the tornado.
I think I'm good, though.
I don't know if I'd say good, but you're alive.
Oh, my car's tore up. My whole house is tore up.
And now there's nothing left. It's just rubble. Look at this. I mean, there's pieces of his house in the trees. In the trees. There's pieces of his house from that, just how this was like Wizard of Oz territory. That's unbelievable that he even survived this.
This video was going to hoodwink us, and then all of a sudden we're on the yellow brick road.
Yeah, the little
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
The Munchkins are there, and the whole thing starts playing out. He is alive. He seems like such a nice guy. Now there's a GoFundMe. We'll look at how much that's raised so far. He's put in some comments after this. We'll take a peek at that in just a moment. But let's see what else he discovered after this thing was knocked down. There's literally nothing to even save.
Oh, I need to get back under there.
So the weirdest thing in the world, he's decided it's too dangerous out in the elements, and he's going to go back under the rubble. He's going to go back into the destroyed house so he can cover himself up a little bit. It's just crazy. Billy on YouTube says, Sean, I was 29 years old with my wife and 3-year-old son in Homestead, Florida, and our home was completely destroyed in the eye of Hurricane Andrew. Insurance company claimed bankruptcy after. Yeah, I know. I mean, in the Midwest where these storms are rolling out, there's probably going to be a lot of people who have a hard time getting back together here, which is why he's got the GoFundMe. But he's back inside what's left, which ain't much, of this house he was in.
I think I'm good. It doesn't seem like my head's bleeding at all. The Lord saved me. I was pleading for Jesus as I was just going through that. The Lord saved me.
I do nothing against you religious folks in the slightest, but I do love how people always look at this and they're like, the Lord saved me, and they don't ever blame the Lord for the direct hit from the tornado that just happened. Like, it's just that part was the devil, but the Lord afterwards, he was calling out for him, and he did survive. And God, if there is one, I would be thanking that person too. I would be thanking God as well.
I thought I could die. I definitely could have died. Did you not just see my house?
I did.
I don't even know what to do right now.
Yeah, so he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. This was part of a big streak of tornadoes right here from CBS News that were tearing through the Midwest. It was pretty bad over the weekend as these rolled through, at least 7, C-Lane. All right? We're not talking about 1 or 2 tornadoes. 7 tornadoes that broke out on one night alone across the Midwest and Southeast. According to the National Weather Service, a confirmed tornado was reported near the small northeast Iowa community of Harper's Ferry at about 5:10. Then a second confirmed tornado rolled through Charleston in central Illinois about 6:40.
And there's a Charleston there, too?
Yeah, I think so.
A lot of Charlestons.
Like a Springfield situation.
They really liked Charles.
Yeah, I guess so. They mentioned him in this CBS story.
Charles?
They said, hail, not Charles, but the guy who survived that. Hail measuring between 2.75 and 3 inches was reported in Charleston and surrounding parts of Illinois. Powerful winds at times climbed as high as 78 miles per hour. Tens of thousands were without power afterwards. Here he is. His name is Trevor. This is Trevor. We'll get to his GoFundMe, see how much people have given him in a moment here. Trevor Kreke. Is that how I would say that? Kreke?
I would say Creek, but...
Trevor Creek? Let's do that.
Just guessing.
All right, Trevor Creek of Effingham County posted a video that showed what appears to be a tornado hitting his home and tearing it to pieces. Oh my gosh, what in the world just happened? He asked in the video. Not much was left of the My Garage Museum, a popular county museum that houses collectible cars. I had an employee call and say it's just gone, the museum operator said. She said, everything's gone. My heart sunk. But first off, I'm just happy there was no staff out there, they said. So, yeah, it was numerous storm-related emergencies, just absolute chaos as these tornadoes ripped all across the Midwest.
Damn.
If you were a storm chaser, it was a good time. If you were this Travis Creek, not a good time so much.
Oh, now, man, if that guy was going on that vacation this week, that would have been a good time for the vacation. But
yeah, right. Yeah.
It seems like maybe that wasn't the case.
Let's see what Travis said afterwards. Here he is. He's talking about this, Selim.
Hello, everyone. I am Trevor Craig, the guy that God saved inside of a tornado. I just wanted to make this video to come on here and say a few things.
Okay.
Firstly, the support from my family, my community, my church.
He's crying.
I feel like this looks fake, me crying. I didn't know I was going to cry. The support has been so incredibly, overwhelmingly amazing. And it's made me feel loved, and it's made me feel... I can't describe it with words.
He seems like a pretty nice dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's coming off as sincere to me. He's like, this is him afterwards.
It is so amazing to see a community of people come to not just me, but everyone that was affected. There were so many people in Effingham affected by this. Firstly, the house I was in, I was renting, which I think might be a misconception people are having, is they thought I owned the house. and I was renting it from my landlords who live right next to me, right behind my house. And their entire house that they owned and they were renting out is destroyed. Their house is damaged. Their entire farm, they have a whole farm, and it's destroyed. And there's so many families that were affected like that.
Okay,
If
so
that's the case, who's the GoFundMe for?
Well, it says it's for him, but I think he's trying to give it to some other people. Here's what we got so far on this. Help Trevor rebuild after tornado. Simple, to the point. $34,527 as of this moment right here. And he's trying to get $40,000. It says, Trevor is so grateful to everybody for the incredible kindness, prayers, and support. The home destroyed by the tornado was a rental, and his landlord's home also sustained damages. Him and his daughter are both safe. She was with his mother, during the incident. His little slip there. Trevor shared that he intends to use only the funds he truly needs to recover. Any remaining donations will be used to help others in his community who were affected by the tornado, including supporting his local church who has been there for the community and him.
I would say he sounds like somebody who means that.
Yeah. We don't know Trevor from nobody, but like that was pretty incredible. And you don't see that all that much. And it just reminds you of the power of some of these storms. Construction people, though, when you see what that place looked like afterwards, what's going on there? That's a legit question that I have. What's going on there that makes that house?
A tornado came, Sean, and blew the house down.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think my house, and this isn't like a brag here, I'm just saying, I don't know that my house would blow down like this. Like in this, okay, it just looks like almost particle board, right? Is this like a cheap trailer? Is this cheap construction? Is that why this was so unbelievably bad? Or a tornado is really just that powerful that even if you had a block house, it turns into this?
Maybe a little of both, but hearing from him that the house that he was living in was on his landlord's farm, and it's not the landlord's main house. He was just renting it out to him. I wouldn't be surprised if it's less sturdy than other buildings.
I mean, it's something to look at. There's just nothing left. Just absolute wanton destruction everywhere. So shouts out to him. If you feel like helping him out, go over there and do that. Man, and if you were in the Midwest and hit by all of this, let us know what it was like where you are. Okay, quick break. We have a lot to get into today. Very, very busy day here on the show. We want you to hang out with us. We got our friend Amy Kaufelt at the top of the hour. Yes. That's going to be a good time. Can't wait for that. When we come back, though, we'll talk about what happened at the box office this weekend. Some of the shocking things happening around Toy Story 5, believe it or not. And we have to get into, I think, possibly, the anti-data center people may have finally found an ally in me. And we will see exactly why, because this story is going to grab your attention, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Slow traffic continues this morning on I-4 for those traveling in the Orlando area this morning by the major attractions exits. Right now, things are moving well for those who plan to travel north and southbound on Florida's Turnpike. Traffic looking good for the most part this morning on the 408. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
This contest brought to you locally by HBN Bath. HBN Bath can transform your bathroom into a beautiful modern space in as little as 1 day. No mess, no hassle. Plus, get 0% financing for 18 months or up to $2,500 off your complete bathroom remodel project. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Hello! Sorry for the delay. Working on a few things. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull Mike is activated. How are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, I got a couple of things to explain to you real quick.
When was the last time solar was this affordable? Try before 2020. Solar Source is turning back the clock with the price rewind event. Your chance to lock in the best solar prices.
Here's the deal, people.
Control of rising energy costs, boost your home's value.
Now, you're going to notice things look a little bit different on the chat side of the stream because I have launched Mega Chat. Mega Chat is the combination feed from all of the different platforms. Unfortunately, YouTube, there's no usernames right now. It's just coming in as YouTube. I'll have to fix that after the show today. But Mega Chat is now on the TV, and your comments start here and go up, and then they go up on the second side. So I can keep an eye on them a little bit longer, and everything is all together. I can see John on TNJ chat. I can see Yuckers on Twitch. I can see YouTube on YouTube. I'll figure out who you are. I can see everybody all over here. Feral Kitten, you do show up on Mega Chat. I can see you, in fact. I can see you. Yeah, the only problem I can see so far is that YouTube is pulling every user in as YouTube. That's fine. I'll fix it after the show. It looks okay, though. We're back live in a couple of minutes on the show. We will be talking about some of the weird stuff around the box office this weekend, which is strange. And we got to get to this Arby story. We got Amy Kaufelt from Fox joining us at noon at the top of the hour. We have so much to dive through today.
You need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
Mega Chat? Yes, that's the name. Hi, Tanya. I see you over on YouTube. Hey, Hailfire, Big Digit, CFL Kent. Yeah, it's perfect to have it merged into one massive feed. I'll sort out the YouTube username issue, and I think otherwise we're looking fairly good. God bless you all. Oh, shoot, hang on. There's something we have to take care of. Hang on. Okay. Let's just knock this out real quick. Here we go.
Hurricane season is here. Not only that, but we've already had our first named storm, and I think meteorologists have predicted up to 14 of those. Now, not all of them will be very serious hurricanes, but when that storm does come around, that's going to be very dangerous. You want windows that protect your home, and Reese Windows and Doors have been installing windows just like that for over 50 years.
Thank you to Jay. J1 Plum for the gifted subscription.
Transfers when you sell a home, and most windows can be installed in less than 8 weeks. That installation is included, so get your free quote today at reesewindows.com.
Thank you to Sheepdog for the 5 gifted subs. Big support, thank you. These are subscriptions, premium subscriptions for the newsjunkie.com, unlocking secret shows. Here's a big one. Yogi for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for R. Willie B's 10 gifted subs. And finally, thank you to CB Twisted for 10 gifted subscriptions, premium subscriptions for the News Junkie app, unlocking secret shows, and all the rest. Thank you all for the very big support. You can join in on the fun and give some subscriptions yourself over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, that gets us clear on that. Now, let's get into what happened at the box office and this data center story, which is crazy. I think this data center story is going to change some minds. Okay, there's that. Coming back right now.
Or not, at Headquarter Hyundai. Here! With revolutionary reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. New Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months.
What about payments, sir?
Headquarter Hyundai will have their best lease programs of the year.
It's revolutionary. Hyundai's thousands less.
And they want any trade-in.
At Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir?
Well,
Plus tax and tag, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. TRIP. That's TRIP. Enter it now.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
Together on a Monday. We're going to get through this week. We're going to have fun this week. We're going to do better than get through. Thanks for spending some time with us. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. One thing we have to get into, since it is a Monday, and I'm usually watching this fairly closely, let's see what happened over at the box office. A big, fat, giant weekend as expected for the Toy Story 5 franchise. Biggest ever opening, and C-Lane hasn't seen a single damn one of them.
Yes, I have.
Have you seen Toy Story 1?
Yes.
2?
Probably.
3?
Not sure.
You would know if you saw 3, just for the record. 100%.
What's the one with the little fork?
Forky was 4, I think. Sporky or whatever?
Whatever it was. I've seen that one most recently.
That one sucks. I want Sporky to die in 5. I haven't seen it. Tell us if you've seen it. But Toy Story 5 made $160 million, 160. The biggest ever for the Toy Story franchise. And you know what the crazy thing is? I can't think of many franchises that are that strong at the 5th installment.
Right? Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to keep people, dialed into it. Mm-hmm. With Toy Story, I think it's interesting because I thought they were very smart to go, hey, we're going to incorporate, the new villain in Toy Story 5, Lily Pad. The kid's tablet, whereas
the digital tablet.
The tablet seems like the perfect villain for the toys because the toys are being ignored and the tablet's being preferred by many of these kids. Not necessarily mine, though.
Yeah, well, come on. Jackson likes the tablet.
He likes the tablet, but he also he likes noise making stuff. Just all kind. He has these little drums that he plays, and I don't know if he just lost the sticks that he uses for him. So he just grabs a toy hammer and just hammers away at that thing. It's loud as hell.
Wait. Do you mean that somebody gave your son a tiny drum set and a tiny hammer.
Oh, yes.
Who is it in your family that dislikes you this much?
I don't know. It could have been my wife for all I know.
Maybe.
He's got a couple different versions of it, really.
They got Disclosure Day from Steven Spielberg in second place at the box office with $17 million.
I heard some various reviews on that where like somebody was like, hey, Disclosure Day seemed a lot like Indiana Jones 4, and somebody was like, ouch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. I've not heard great things, but maybe people liked that. Obsession is still kicking ass in the number 3 spot. Backrooms at 4 and Scary Movie at 5 over in the theater. Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu is sort of DOA, man. I mean, it tried the first weekend. It was number 1 the first weekend and then just completely fell off a cliff for a lot of these smaller flicks until the big giant Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 5 rather dropped on everybody out there.
Yeah, I mean, Toy Story 1 was early enough that I probably saw it in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people probably did, right? That was 1995, for God's sake.
You're telling me like, oh, you've probably never seen any Toy Stories. I'm like, the first one came out when I was 9.
My favorite review of Toy Story 5, aside from your reviews, let us know how you feel with the dispatcher and email. But this one says, Toy Story 5, the kid sitting next to me kept pointing at the screen and yelling, "It's Buzz Lightyear." Yeah, no S, dumbass. What movie did you think it was? 3.5 stars. This is what happens when an animated series or a series of animated movies goes over 30 years. You have adults next to little kids, and the little kids are like saying, "It's Buzz Lightyear." They're like, yeah, of course it is. We've been chronicling Buzz Lightyear's journey with Woody and everybody else involved in this picture for decades now.
It's also kind of fascinating that the Toy Story 5 is doing as well as it is. I think I did see a couple people that had problems with it, that it was mostly Jesse focused and Woody and Buzz are just kind of there, or I don't know. There were some people that said woke Toy Story, but I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what they would be referring to. But they did, like in the interim, a spin-off movie for Lightyear, and that one kind of tanked.
It didn't do well.
So I was wondering if they would have any hesitance in reimagining this franchise again, just because they had such a bad experience with that Lightyear movie.
With $160 million and number 1 at the box office for Toy Story 5, they will 1,000% do Toy Story 6 and Toy Story 7. The one thing is, Tom Hanks is how old, C-Lane? Quick fact check.
Tom Hanks' age.
72. My guess.
69.
Okay, Tom Hanks is 69. Nice. And Tim Allen. How old's Tim Allen? How old's he?
Let's see. Tim Allen is 71.
Okay, so these guys are 69 and 71, the main characters in this. Can they be voice actors for a lot more of these movies? Can you still sound like, do you think they're going to sound the same when they're like, if they're 80 or something and the next one comes out?
Well, I mean, if you watch Toy Story 5 or 4 is the easiest to get to for us right now, does Buzz Lightyear sound the same as Toy Story 1?
Well, here's Tim Allen, for Home Improvement fame, talking about they had to retrain themselves after all these years to do the voices, I guess. I haven't heard this. Let's listen.
Buzz is sounding a little old. It came quite naturally to me when I first did it, but as we've done 5 of these, and it's over 30 years, your voice, it's not different. It's just you need to warm up. Very often, as I got lazy, they say, you're starting to sound like Tim Allen. And so it is a variation.
Imagine that. You're in the studio recording. They're like, you sound like Tim Allen. I mean, that's who I am. I literally am Tim Allen. No, you're working out of the voice that you do for Buzz Lightyear because your old man voice is coming in. So already
he does sound a little older than he used to,
He does.
You could. There's a little bit of wear and tear on those vocal cords from the Home Improvement days.
Yeah, I can 100% hear that.
Some time to develop, and if I don't warm up, I've never had to warm up, except this time I had to go through voice re-lessening to calm it down, because I said, you're starting to sound like this, where Buzz is a little bit more like this. Buzz is sounding
interesting. So they had to already mess around with their voices, and they hope to do a 6, a 7, whatever. If you saw it, let us know what you think about the new Toy Story #1 in the country.
John the Terminator on TNG chat says James Earl Jones was still voice acting into his 80s. Would we call what he was doing voice acting? James Earl Jones just had to turn a microphone on and sound booming and James Earl Jones-esque.
I think that's still voice acting. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's still considered voice acting because he was, don't help me out here. He was the guy with the black helmet, Darth Vader.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
He was the voice of Darth Vader for all those years, and he was into his 80s. Well, also, what about...
That's voice acting, but I'm saying, like, the other James Earl Jones stuff was just like, this is CNN, you know?
He's got a great voice, though, man.
He did.
He could say anything. What? David Attenborough is 100, and he's still doing the Planet Earth stuff, and he still sounds pretty good, all things considered, for being 100 years old. So maybe they got more time left.
Crazy that he's still narrating something he is just moments away from leaving.
Yeah, it's true. And I can imagine at some point in time, David Attenborough on his deathbed doing that to himself on the way out, like narrating his own demise in the final seconds, still with that great voice, still carrying on like that. But I'm interested to see what happens with all of this as they move forward. Okay, I got to get into this data center backlash story, which is going to rock your world. There's a particular neighborhood I want to talk about. And people in the neighborhood were complaining when they wanted to build this big, giant data center for some AI company. And as is the case a lot of times, people were like, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Don't whine about it. It's not a big problem. They built the data center. And now people are going, the noise. The noise is unbelievable. And I am going to play for you what it sounds like in this neighborhood. And I'm telling you, I think this might change your mind a little bit on the data center issue if you're not yet sold on not wanting that in your neighborhood. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by
School mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes. We don't need no stinking commercials around here. Anybody see Toy Story 5? Any reviews for me? Tell me good, bad, ugly. And here we see the elder human laying in his hospital bed.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet.
What a guy.
Sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet.
Nova says, I lived in Ashburn, Virginia. We currently have 135 data centers. Get out of here. Just in Ashburn? Just in Ashburn, Virginia? Hold on. 135 in one city? Is that possibly true? How many data centers are there in Ashburn, Virginia? There's no single official count. Current estimates generally fall in the range of 130 to 200 plus operational data center. Digital Reality's 2025 overview said there was 133, but the data center map lists 163 data centers solely in his city. That's crazy. Which companies are operating these in the city? Amazon Web Services or AWS, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Oracle. These are good jobs. A lot of good jobs coming in with it. But these people are living next to this data center, and the hum is so bad, they're having to put mattresses and sheets and anything they can over the windows and near the walls of their homes to block the inescapable noise out. If only there was a data center to count data centers. True. Two people, same joke, same platform.
Not all data centers are created the same. A place with the same government or with some government service is a data center. That's just a small office building with racks of gear. Okay, when I hear data center, I'm picturing a large facility. So that's an interesting point. If there's no exact definition for what this is. Hello? Where are you going? Okay, be safe. Try not to shoot any dogs this time. She shot a dog.
I don't even have a gun.
Why would you tell them you don't have a gun?
Well, you have a gun. I don't have a gun.
Get out of here.
Except for these.
Oh, did you see? These are the stickers for that. One of the options you can grab if you gift subscriptions. Courtney took 3 of them.
Yeah.
A little bit much. But it's like Fickle Beast, a little gifting thing. These are just for people who gift subs. You be safe out there. Is it hot?
Probably.
Okay.
I like it.
See you later. Bye. They just need to buy those folks new windows like they do folks who live near airports. Would they do that? Once again, I'm asking for QR stickers. All right. I remember seeing you say that, Bootsy. QR stickers. What do you mean by that? What would be on the QR sticker? What is the QR code for? What is it? 90 seconds and we're back live. I saw you say that, but I don't know what that means. QR stickers? I can make QR stickers, but what are the QR stickers for? What do they do? I need more info to help share the show. A QR code to take you to the website or the podcast. I saw so many on our trip. Okay. All right. We'll work on that. Here we go. We're coming back.
Per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we place the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio 104.1. The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
So good to see you. Somebody on chat not that long ago, Sealand, dropping a bit of a bombshell on me, but I think there may be some confusion over this. Someone on chat said they live in Ashburn. I think Ashburn, Ashburn, Virginia. Ashburn, Virginia.
You're thinking of Asheville.
Yeah, Ashburn, Virginia. And they said they allowed a couple of data centers in their city, and now they have 130. And I said, no way. And I looked it up, and it's true. They have 130 to 150 data centers in that one city alone, right? That one city alone. But then somebody, Insecure Walrus, came into chat and said there's a bit of a loose thing around what a data center is.
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to ask. It's like, what is the barrier to entry for being called a data center? Because my mom used to work at a data center very many years ago. The building is no longer standing, but it was not at a time where anybody was worried about AI. It was not at a time where anybody cared how much water this place was consuming. It was just a very big building that was owned by AT&T. It was very close to another building where they made the chips. The chip plant was where they made all the little integrated circuits and stuff. And then the data center had a bunch of like storage, and I think it was like magnetic tape storage, like a lot of that stuff. But yeah, it was.
What do you picture when you hear data center? Don't you picture a big place?
Kind of big-ish, you know.
I do. I picture like a big, giant, massive facility. That's what I picture.
It doesn't have to be. I mean, you picture that because that's what a lot of them turn into, because they have these rows and rows of these server racks that are doing all kinds of storage and internet stuff.
Right. Amazon, Oracle, IBM, Microsoft, Meta, all these companies are putting these facilities everywhere. I say it's up to the city where they live in. If the people want to reject these data centers, they should absolutely be able to reject these data centers. I am for people controlling what is in their backyard, whether it be some, obnoxious data center that they don't want or any other kind of thing they want to rally against. And in this case, in Virginia, they built one of these data centers. This one looks bigger, Celine. This looks like, like I'm thinking like a big fenced-in facility.
It looks like a penitentiary.
It does. It looks like a prison or something, but it's like 4 or 5 stories tall or something. It's huge. Here's the problem. You're about to hear what it sounds like to live next to one of these data centers, and the residents are losing their minds. Here's what's going on. Let's listen in. This is in a Virginia neighborhood where they are fed up with the sound of this data center.
Imagine living next to this and having to hear this constant
there are houses
ringing.
way close to that, too.
Yeah. There are houses right across the street from this place, and it is massive. Okay? It is a huge building that is, what would you say, within a couple hundred yards maybe of some of these houses?
Some of them not even. Look like across the street from some of the ones in the back there.
Yeah, and I don't know if they can stop this or not, but they're saying that they cannot get away from the noise that is coming from this. And the reporter keeps going around to show you what it's like to live next to one of these places.
Constant ringing.
So, Hari, we're at your front door.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look in the distance.
Oh, my God. That's just what it sounds like when she opens her front door. Take in that noise. I'm not boosting anything. These are normal levels. Take in that noise. Right, that is just what it sounds like to step outside of your front door.
There it is. It's right there in all its glory.
There it is, the Vantage Data Center, standing tall with its blue walls and massive generators right next to this Sterling, Virginia neighborhood.
What did you think when they first turned it on?
Well, we were told in the beginning that it's just they test the generators to make sure they're working in case of an emergency. That is what we were told in the beginning. And then as the year and the months have gone on,
they just never turned off?
They're just never turned off.
Hari says they told them the generators were just temporary. That was more than a year ago.
How many generators
the massive
is that?
data center was
a lot. There's a line of these massive generators. Now imagine you have somebody in your neighborhood and for some reason their power goes out. They fire up one of those generators, loud honking generator and a gas-powered generator. Happens to us at the radio station at iHeart every once in a while. When we go into storm mode, they have big, massive generator outside, and damn, is that thing loud and obnoxious.
Sometimes they turn it on just to make sure everything's cool.
Yeah, they'll
fire up
pump
the
it on. Make sure that it's working so the radio station can stay on in an emergency, and it's loud like that. But this is on an industrial scale, and it's so many of them that it's like rattling their window.
Up to the power grid, so the generators are the only source of electricity.
You just hear this noise. It's just like you just want to curse, It's
Do
that bad.
Greg Pirio also lives right next door.
Our concern is property values. Unless we can mitigate this, and we're talking about lawyers with options of what we can do and all that, we know that we're not going to get the values for our homes.
Yeah, no. Property value? There is no property value. What are you talking about? Property value. If I go to a house and they go, this is a stunning 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It's got a beautiful loft area. And then if you step outside in the front yard,
they would have to spin it. There's plenty of white noise for those of you who have a little trouble sleeping.
I don't know if I call that.
Nice hum. Yeah, some people would like that.
Nobody wants to live here. Any of you guys in chat want to stay in a place like this? Look at this guy. Inside his house, he's got like pillows pressed up against the wall. They put mattresses against the doors to try to block out a little bit of the noise. This should be illegal. That's what the problem should be. It shouldn't matter if it's a data center. It should be illegal for any place to make noise like this and be this obnoxious to the residents living nearby. 100% illegal. Should not be able to do this. We had a thing downtown one time. You remember when that building was making all the noise downtown? You remember that?
Which one?
There was a building somewhere downtown.
Oh yeah, this is the one that you called yourself a hero for.
Yes. I didn't call myself a hero. Many people, thousands of people in my head called me a hero because downtown there was a building that was letting off this high-pitched squeal. I went down there with a dB meter because I'm a nerd, and I recorded that the decibels are louder than they're supposed to be, and I can get loud about things.
I have a dB meter.
To the mayor.
I have a dB meter that I use at your house, and it just pumps up. It just like as soon as I get there, the dB meter just goes.
Yeah, I understand
AWOL.
what you're doing. I understand. Don't call me that. This is a decibel meter, nothing to do with any bags of douches. This is something that I've done before. And I go by this place and then I hit the mayor. It was the only good thing the mayor's ever done. And he goes and finds the source of this unbelievably squelch, some really loud noise. And it was annoying everybody downtown. There were people trying to enjoy lunch out on patios.
Squeech sounds like a small kid telling you his favorite Saved by the Bell character.
It was a squeech. Yeah.
My favorite is Squeech.
It was a screaming, loud-ass noise, and everybody was annoyed by it. Nobody did anything. They just expected the building owner to do it. The building owner doesn't care. And it turned out it was the air conditioner. It was a belt on one of the ACs on top of these buildings. And it was so unbelievably loud. These people are dealing with worse. By far.
The window to block the noise. And they have their own sound meters to monitor the noise.
This is a dashboard that...
This is what C-Lane would do. He built a dashboard to monitor the noise levels going on in the neighborhood at different times around the clock.
Our neighbors set up.
Virginia is the data center at the center of the world. There are hundreds of them, consuming more than 25% of the state's power, driving up electric bills.
They can build their own power plants as part of their factory.
So they just said, I don't know if that's true, but I'll take News Nation at their word on this report. They said the noise never stops, 24/7 noise like that. People monitoring the noise, trying to do something, but can't really do much. They lied to them about the noise and how long it was going to be around for. And then 25% of the power in the city is taken up by these facilities. The data centers, they use 25%. There's 150 or something I said.
Well, the rest of you are just going to have to make sure to turn off some lights. You
know? Power down, right? Everybody else, power down. We got to save 25% of your power. And then some people believe that that's going to cause a competition for kilowatt hours and the payments for them. And then your power bill is going to get way more expensive. And it's just crazy. The noise would do me in more than anything. I see the story from Axios. It says data centers become the face of AI backlash. It's because people don't want to be annoyed at their house. They want peace at their house, and they deserve it. You deserve peace at your house. You don't deserve people to be setting up things that make it more obnoxious to live in your area, sound among them. Now, this is not some concert where oldos are railing on next door and they're going, I can't take the rap music in. This is not once in a while. This is all the time that they have to deal with that. And I ask you, would you deal with it if it was you in this case? Because the noise would be too much for me. Some of the other stuff I might be able to handle, but the noise, not for me, not going to happen. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we got our friend Amy Kaufeld. Yeah. She's going to fill us in on everything happening today that we need to know about. We'll also talk to her about what's happening in all things Amy K, because you know her, you love her. And she's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All right, degenerate gamblers, get your money ready. The 2026 Real Radio Poker Tournament is Saturday.
We are just getting started. 1 hour down. Amy Kaufeld next. Would you... Yes. Yes, it is. I'll turn it up. There it is. It's just up louder now. Would you protest or join a movement against a data center if it was going to be put in your neighborhood? Would you be upset? Would you complain about a data center if they were going to build it in your neighborhood? Or would you be like, nah, the jobs are great. This is going to be a good thing. Let me know what you think. Okay. I want to make sure you can hear. Oh, look at this. Amy Kaufeld is live from a new setup in the newsroom on the grid here. John says 1,000% he would complain about this. He's never close to the mic.
Oh, come on.
Let me see. Hi, Amy. Let me give you a normal volume level to test.
Okay. That sounds good. That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it's silky too because it's coming from my mouth and not C-Lane's garbage mouth. You know what I mean? Hey, look at that setup. That looks fun.
I know, it's nice. It's actually really cool. You can't see the front of the desk, but like it actually looks really good.
Very, very nice.
It's supposed to be like our
All right, we're going straight to you, superstar, in just a couple of minutes here.
You're the superstar.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm just a side ornament.
Well, how about we acknowledge this? We are both the superstars, and C-Lane is the side ornament.
That's terrible. Yeah, but Sean, they're asking, does my sound okay?
You sound great.
Yeah, sounds
Okay,
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C-Lane, you're a superstar too.
Guys.
Lady. You're a
I'll
superstar.
leave your windows closed another day, Sean.
Hey. All right. Amy Kaufeld, just a matter of minutes on the SHOW. Big Doug Millionaire says, just build it in Waterford Lakes or Avalon Park with the rest of the crap out there.
Oh, I recently had my first experience on that.
Oh, good. We'll compare.
Bootsy says, Sean doesn't talk to us like that. Wow. I am nice to you guys all the time. Question, chat. Do you think, generally speaking, in our communications on Skull Mike, I am nice or mean? You can only pick those two. I will not ban anybody for your answers. This is a free time, a free speech moment in chat. Am I nice or mean in our Skull Mike encounters? Nice? Overall nice? I will not be banning anybody for your opinions. Freedom of speech allowed in this very moment, in this moment only. I've always found you to be very nice. Well, I find you to be very nice. Nicest so far? It's got to be somebody. Nice when you remember us? Mean in a nice way? Mean in a nice way? What does that even mean? I said it. Couple of minutes and we're back live. Scared chat? I am telling you that you are not going to get in trouble for your answers. You could say if I'm nice or mean, there are no punishments. Not saying you can't be a dick sometimes. My favorite is when you go all Harry Dresden. How many people know that? Know what that is? That reference. You're mean when it's deserved? I don't know, Sean. You scare me? I scare you?
My heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of...
Dwayne, I don't scare you, Dwayne.
Heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue.
Depends on your T level.
But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains.
So on the studio screen, Mega Chat looks pretty good, minus the YouTube name issue. I think the icons by the names could be a tiny bit bigger, but it's nice to get a good quick look at what everybody's saying. And the beauty of this is during secret shows, like this Thursday at 8 p.m. live here in the studio, on Secret Show's days, it'll be TNJ Chat and Discord, the platforms where the show is live. So I think that's kind of cool. I also noticed that when I posted a gifted subscription announcement, the code on that didn't come in correctly, so I'll fix that too. This should be a poll. Here's the thing. With Mega Chat, I can make anything a poll, and on any platform, you could just answer yes or no, and it will, in real time, calculate your answers, and we'll visually be able to see it. I can do that now. All right, we're coming back. Let's talk to Amy Koffa. Then I got a news anchor who's going viral for his statements about his TV station. After Amy. Coming back.
Radio FIFA World Cup update.
It's been a perfect opening to the World Cup for Team USA. 2-0 after a 2-0 win Friday over Australia.
And the USA have done it. 2 wins out of 2.
The U.S. returns to action Thursday night in Los Angeles against Turkey. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi and Argentina are back at it today, facing Austria in Arlington, Texas.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go, just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human. Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
Newsroom, and it's a pleasure to have you with us here today. Kicking off a week, boy, do we have a lot more to get to as the show rolls on. Learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We do this segment, and then we just shut down for the week, and then we wait until we get another moment with the lovely, talented, and amazing Amy Koffa from Fox 35.
Oh, look at this. New setup.
Oh, my.
You like it?
Yeah.
This is cool. Okay, so I told you guys we did a complete newsroom. We really did a whole building makeover. So new set, new newsroom, new everything. And so we didn't have a breaking news set in the newsroom like we used to have. Remember? Because I used to talk to you from our breaking news set in the newsroom like a couple of years ago.
Right.
So they brought the breaking news set back into the newsroom. So that's where I'm at right now. Because I was in that little shower thing that I was always in like for the last year. And
hold on. For people just tuning in, for people just tuning in, Amy doesn't generally join us from the shower. That's not what she's saying.
It felt like the shower.
She's saying it's a smaller studio. Rate her setup, chat. This is pretty impressive what we have going on here. Look at that. That is something else right there. So with this, if you were in this breaking news setup here, Amy, that people could see over at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, generally would it be you're on TV or you're doing breaking news to the Fox 35 YouTube channel or both?
So, yeah, any of it, all of it. Yeah, you can do breaking news to the Fox News Desk, which is in a different studio. You could do breaking news here. And then a lot of times, like Fox News in New York will request maybe talkbacks about something. And so this gives you an opportunity to do
Well, you guys do
talkbacks
too, huh?
Yeah.
Or we bring guests in, like sometimes there'll be like guests who come in and they're like, maybe they're in Florida and they need somewhere to do a talk back from so they could come do it here. So it's actually pretty cool.
If really big news broke right now, would they just pull the plug on us, just hang up on the news junkie and then they rush you into the room?
Yeah, see,
sorry, guys.
It would be like
go.
Amy puts her finger to her ear and then gets a message. A second plane has hit the tower, and then we're gone. We are jettisoned out of here. They just barely allow us to do this, but it's amazing to get to do so. So, Amy, First of all, how was your weekend? Did you have a good time? Enjoy yourself out there?
Good. It was good. We spent the weekend in Coral Springs, which is South Florida. It's like a little too inland to get a beach breeze, and so it was really, really hot.
Oh, yeah.
But we were at a water polo tournament, and I took my Brightline for the first time. I was telling C-Lane in the commercial break, I took Brightline for the first time this weekend.
What'd you think?
So I had an interesting experience.
Uh-oh.
Everybody kept saying...
Did you hit anybody?
Saying, no. Everyone's saying, like, it's so smooth. It's so smooth. It's such a smooth process. You're going to love it. And people were like, you can show up 5 minutes before. It's great. No problem. Okay. But what I didn't know is that there is a parking situation.
Oh, okay.
So I get there. So for people who don't know, the Brightline terminal is inside of Terminal C, which is the brand new terminal. It's beautiful, right?
At the airport, yeah, in Orlando.
Yeah, at the airport. So I get to the airport in Orlando. And I go to there's 3 surface parking lots that are available for parking. I'm like, 3, that's a lot of parking places. Get to the first lot, full. I'm like, that's fine. There's another lot. Get to the second lot, full. Get to the third lot, full. And now I'm like, my train's leaving. At this point, I think at that point it was like my train was leaving in like 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, okay, I should still be fine. I just have to figure out where I'm going to park. So I come back around to the first lot, and there was a guy, like a parking attendant there, and I said, hey, where do I go? And he goes, he's like, you have to go. It's basically overflow parking. They call it South Lot. Like, South means really far away. So I was like, okay. So I go over to this South Lot, and as I'm pulling in, I asked the guy, I said, at this point now, like, I'm the clock's ticking. And I was like, okay, I said, my train's leaving in 20 minutes. Am I going to make it? And he's like, no.
What? Oh, thanks for the positive update.
I know, right? He's like, yeah, there's no way you're going to make it. And he was right. So then I waited for a bus. So then I'm in the South Lot. I'm waiting for a transit bus to pick me up. So then I get on the transit bus. Then the transit bus takes you to the terminal. Then you have to go to the 4th floor. Then by the time I got there, the train was gone.
Oh.
So anyway, so then I had to get another ticket. And the guy told me, and it makes sense, and he said the reason it's so crowded right now is because everybody's headed to Miami there was a FIFA game, I guess on Sunday. And so he said you have all these soccer fans who are trying to get to Miami this weekend. So I was like, oh, it makes sense why there was no parking. But anyway, yeah. But once I got on the train, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Next time, though,
next
time what you could do, just so you know, and Celine and I can hook you up with this if you want. If you miss your train, they allow you to put one of those old timey things on the tracks where you pump up and down, and then you just if you like you're like
a
you're blasting
seesaw.
the dyno, like a seesaw. And if you go real fast, you can connect to the back of the train that you miss, and they will like speed. They will pull you on board.
Okay, good.
Other than the parking, though, what did you think of the experience taking the train down there?
The experience was good. The experience was really good. There was a lady on my train who was having some type of anxiety attack.
Oh, no.
And she kept talking about how she needed to have her clothes with her because she has accidents.
Oh, wow.
And so there was like a train attendant who was asking her, like, what do you mean by accidents? And she was like she meant like going to the bathroom accidents. And she was like sitting right behind me.
Oh, my
So anyway,
gosh. She has no idea that she said that right behind a news anchor.
No, I mean,
Amy was really looking forward. Amy wanted to use the breaking news desk. So she was like, breaking news. Lady gonna crap herself.
You guys, I've never been on a plane or any kind of transportation where someone is having like a meltdown. And I remember do you guys remember when Carrot Top, who lives in Orlando, was on the flight where the lady thought that there was like someone in the back of the plane, and then she was like yelling at this person in the back of the plane that didn't exist, and Carrot Top was on that flight.
Yeah,
is
this the most famous one from the last couple of years?
Yeah,
the woman,
you're not real.
Yeah, with her ponytail.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know Carrot Top was on that
very
flight.
Attractive.
Yes,
he was on that flight. And I just remember him saying, and because he flew a lot, I remember him saying when that happened that he was like, I guess at some point you fly enough, it's going to happen to you, right? And I guess I was thinking like, okay, well, at some point, right, this is going to happen where I'm going to be somewhere where someone is having like a crisis.
An accident. Oh, I mean crisis. Definitely crisis, not accident.
Well, it's a crisis when somebody just starts oozing all of that out. That is not a good time, not fun.
Well, that didn't happen, thankfully.
Thank God.
She ended up being fine.
That's good. That's
I
good.
didn't feel bad. So anyway, so it was an interesting experience, but the ride itself was really smooth. The communication was great. It was comfortable. I thought it was great. So, Elaine, you said you just did it recently too?
Yeah, I did it a couple weeks ago, and we splurged for the premium tickets. But I wanted to sit in the regular ones to see what the difference was. But
look at this guy.
but like, what did you do both?
I want to see how much fancier my seats are than the
there was
peasants.
It was a lot of room. Like
did you like sit your ass on the peasant seat? And you're like, oh my goodness.
No, I didn't want to get in trouble, but. I didn't know if it's like in the movies where they're like, we let first class do whatever they want, Billy Idol's writing a song for everybody. But yeah, it was very roomy, much more so than a plane seat. I found it to be quite comfortable and a great way to not have to drive to West Palm Beach.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I wouldn't know what first class looks like, Celine.
No,
so I'm
I-
glad you got to experience for both of us. So thank you.
Look, he's living a first class kind of life. That's what he's doing. He's enjoying himself, first class stylings all the way.
They let you in the premium lounge, Amy, and there's refreshments and just some light
got none of
snacks.
that.
Oh
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm behind the train, still doing the pump thing, trying to, trying to old timey catch up. And C-Lane's like, "Oh, I'm in the premium lounge now." Very nice.
Well,
all right. What's grabbing your attention today in the news? What headlines are?
what's
got a couple
breaking from the
stories that-
breaking news center?
True.
We have a couple stories we're working on. So this is one that you guys, this just came out a couple of days ago, but we're still working on it today. There was a church in Fruitland Park, and we're not exactly sure who, but somebody in the church found a laptop that was being used by somebody who worked at the church.
Yeah.
And on the laptop or on the computer, there were files of women in the bathroom who were changing their clothes after being baptized.
Okay.
And so they discovered that all of these files, they say that these files go back to the early 2000s.
Wow. Jeez.
So of women changing. So as you guys know, if you get baptized, and in some churches, it's like fully immersive baptism, right?
Yeah.
Some babies, they just get a little water on the head. Or in some churches, it's full immersion. And like the preacher, actually, dunks you in the baptismal. And so these women were going into the bathroom to change their clothes, either before or after. And there's videos of them in various states of undress.
Oh, my.
Sometimes it was girls, sometimes it was women.
For decades, this was going on?
They're just saying early 2000s. So, yes, so quite a ways back. So now Lake County authorities are asking if you went to this church, if you could potentially be a victim if you were baptized there. Let me give you guys a little more information. It's in Fruitland Park. And the man who they have arrested is 59-year-old Charles Lucas. It says the IT director at the business where he worked contacted Leesburg police about files found on the Google Drive that showed inappropriate images of adolescent girls and women.
But I gotta ask you, Amy, just seeing all these stories, you covered a lot of stories like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't tend to be in the men's restroom. I think Celine and I would probably agree. I don't have a huge fear that when I'm in a restroom somewhere that there's somebody trying to film me. Have you thought about this at places like you look and you're like, oh my goodness?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, in dressing rooms or, anywhere that I go, that I would have to undress. Yes, absolutely. Women's bathrooms.
Yeah.
I'll look. I'll be looking around the room just to make sure.
You
These
check
cameras apparently
Airbnbs?
were hidden. Yeah, Airbnbs, right, where you hear about these people who put cameras in. Sometimes they'll tell you, and I appreciate it, they'll say, we do have cameras outside, so just so you're aware. The church, just so if any of your listeners want to know, it's called Heritage Community Church in Fruitland Park. The church did put out a statement, of course, saying, this is terrible, and, that, of course, they don't condone anything like this. But the guy's already bonded out of jail, so we'll see what happens with this case. But, thankfully for this IT person, that saw something that wasn't right and did the right thing.
So disturbing, yeah. And of all the places at a church, you would think, okay, the baptism spot where I'm getting changed for a religious ceremony would be a place where I'm safe and I'm not being recorded. But it doesn't look like there's a lot of privacy in many of these places because some of these creepy dudes who are recording this stuff. What else? Anything else grabbing your attention out there, Amy Ken?
This story is happening up in Marion County in Rainbow River, which is a really beautiful. I've been there. You can tube down the Rainbow River. It's crystal clear. It's absolutely gorgeous. There was a guy snorkeling in the water, I guess over the weekend, and got, they're saying, attacked or bitten by an alligator. We don't have a lot of information about, what that looks like. Was this just like a bite and it let go? Or was it a true attack? I mean, the guy went to the hospital. He's apparently going to be okay. I don't know how you guys feel about snorkeling in bodies of water in Florida.
Bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've done the tubing. Even then, on the tube, they either have the ones with the seats where your tushy is not in the water, or you can have your tushy in the water. Your feet are dangling over the side. Right?
Please don't say
I just
tushy.
feel like maybe I'm crazy. I feel like there's, I guess, a tube. I mean, a gator could bite a tube, and
hell yeah, a gator could bite a tushy. Amy, I've seen a video of a gator. I've seen a gator biting a 2x4. Okay, a gator could bite a tube. Like, I could imagine somebody thinking, "Well, it's okay. I'm safe. I'm on an inflatable tube." Yeah. It's, nothing could possibly happen.
Imagine if the gator bit your tushy while you were like,
stop saying tushy.
Which I guess is a reason why to get the one with the seats in it.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that is shocking and frightening in many, many ways.
Painful. Yeah, a little painful.
Well, it is always a pleasure to talk to you. We're glad we could christen this new newsroom view, which people are they are very happy with. They think this is top-notch stuff. So shouts out to the whole crew over there at Fox 35.
Thank you. I love you guys. Hey, I won't see you next week. I'm gone next week, so I will miss you for a week, but I'll see you the week after.
All right. Okay. Thank you. There she is, Amy Caulfield. Right. Please forget that she said tushy so many times. All right? You guys leave that alone. And if you see her on the bright line, please try to be normal around her. She's just looking for a nice...
Don't have any accidents.
Yeah, no accidents, please. Amy Caulfield, you're the best. There she is.
Love you guys.
Okay, follow her on all social media platforms. Search for Amy Caulfield. All right, that's the first thing I want you to do. Second thing, make sure you're tuning in just like I am to make sure I know what's going on in the world, to be able to tell you what's happening each day, all the most important stories. Start with Fox 35, and Good Day Orlando is led by Amy Caulfield. And their YouTube channel and all that, go find it, follow along to support. Amy will talk to you very soon. Not next week, but right after that. All right,
love you guys.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, love Amy K. She's amazing. When we come back, stop saying tushy in chat. No more tushy comments banned in chat. When we come back, we have to get into a different news anchor. This one releasing a video that went mega viral over the weekend for the weirdest of reasons. But we have to analyze this because I want to see what you think about it, and I'm going to play it for you. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's Skull mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes. All right, I got this news anchor who people were saying he was like burning down his employer and burning all the bridges as he quit his job on TV. I don't really think he was doing that, but I want to see what you think, because he gets very emotional. It's his announcement that he's quitting the news. He gets very emotional, and I want to see how you feel about it. Hey, B-Haw, hey, Dispatch Dan, Fank Freaking-tastic, Abraham, Meat, Water Boys, I see you. Austin! Amy Caulfield's tushy count was 3. It's a lot of tushies. What about Tukis? Tukis sounds like an old Jew thing to me. I don't know if that's a Jewish thing, but it's like right on a Tukis. That's what it sounds like to me. A couple of minutes and we're back live on the show. We need a tushy command now, do we? I flashed Sean at the roast and all I got was this command. Worth it. Worth it. You got a command. I heard a guy started a Kimberly-Clark warehouse on fire in Canada. This may be dumb. What is a Kimberly-Clark warehouse? What is that? Forgive me. Paper products? Kimberly-Clark? Okay. I believe you. I'm a Dunder Mifflin guy myself. A mail order store? Is it me, or reporting the news on a local channel isn't as sexy as it used to be? In the last 2 years, News 6 Orlando lost their whole crew. I think local television news is suffering from people moving on to other platforms. Fox 35 has been pretty smart. Fox, honestly, the Fox O&Os and the Fox local TV, not related to Fox News. The Fox television stations have been pretty forward thinking about this. And I'm not just saying this because we work with Fox and Amy. I think they've been pretty forward thinking. You might see Fox Live on now, or they have like a 24/7 stream that actually draws big numbers in the streaming world. Most traditional media outlets, when they're in the streaming world, they're like a joke. And they don't pull anything significant audience in at all. But they have some pretty forward-thinking things. So I think Fox has been able to survive a little bit better than some of the competitors. But it's tough. I feel like not a lot of people watch TV that way if they're younger, if they're under a certain age. How many of you watch local TV? Do you start your day, or do you watch local TV, local news? Do you watch the local news station at least once per day? Yes, no? Snooze News 13? That's the question. Do you tune in to a local news station on television at least once per day? Yes or no? That's the question. 2 minutes. Me? Okay. All right, there's some of you. No, don't watch your local news at all? I get all my news from you? No. This is not your local news station. This is not your local news station. I'm talking about TV station. Hey, Jody, how are you? Hey, Ink Needle. I listen to Fox 35 in my car after I get rid of my kids. True. Wait, how do you listen in your car? What in the future are you up to? Back in just a moment, live on the show. TNJ is the closest I get to local news. I start the name of the podcast unless I'm babysitting and it's kids shows. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I try to cover something if it's like really interesting local. And of course, we have our time with Amy K. And then I look at our other affiliates and our soon-to-be growing base of affiliates on the show. And I try to see what stories should be talked about that aren't necessarily national stories. Sometimes that's a good way to get ahead of them when they do go national. All right, 90 seconds. Real man news? You bet. YouTube on phone in car. Okay. If you're on YouTube, speaking of that, please do me a solid. Take this moment in time right now and hit that like button. Hit the like button over on the YouTube stream. That helps out a lot. I've been posting the daily clips. My Scottish fans at the World Cup video from last week is over 25,000 views. So there's some traction going there. The other videos are like, still starting to get a base of users. So the views are shit on some of them. But watch those videos if you missed the show. Watch the clips each day. Interact, and then on the stream, hit the like button. That's a great way to support for free. Okay, we're coming back. Here we go.
Money under 20 grand. It's the Red, White, and Boom 250 event. 250 vehicles, thousands off, and a lifetime warranty.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
And they all must go before the 4th of July. Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. That's RCHill.com.
25 Outlander Sport, $5,000 down, $249 a month for 84 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag entitled to qualified buyers.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Thursday night at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Radio.
104.1. No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
Good to be with you. Thanks for giving us your time here. Just saw the ratings over the weekend, and it's unbelievable that so many people tune into this show and that you give us time, and we're happy to help you get through the week and the day. Forget the same 3 songs over and over and over. Hang out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. Celine, I have audio to play of this particular journalist who was he's quitting his job live on air.
Okay. And didn't give the 2 weeks, I'm assuming.
I think he did. I don't think it was like, what was the famous one before?
There's been a couple of them.
Oh, man. You know what
I
I'm
quit?
talking about? Yeah, like, was it somebody, the trendsetter? There was a woman in New Orleans who had a radio show, and she got so mad because she didn't make much money. And the woman, she goes on to the radio show. She's like, kiss my ass, I quit. And she quit live on the show. Something the trendsetter or the mood setter or whatever her name was. She was
Loretta the mood setter or something like that.
Yeah. Loretta the mood setter. Or mood setter, I should say. She was great when she quit. But this guy, he's a TV anchor, and he was quitting his job. And people thought he was really burning all of the bridges down. Now, I want you to tell me if you think he was burning the bridges down. I'll play his exit announcement right here. I'll tell you this, he gets real emotional. Like, he gets real emotional. He starts crying. And it turns out, I don't know if he's like working with his wife or if he just really loves his co-anchor, because he gets mega emotional about her. But here he is. This is a guy from KWQC, I think.
Well,
almost crying already.
I'm trying to get through this. Well, before we go this morning, I have an announcement. Today is my last day here at KWQC TV6. I have chosen to step away from the news industry. Before I say goodbye, I just want to say I hope every one of you that's allowed me to be a part of your mornings know just how important that I have taken this job.
All right, just for the record, he's definitely reading this off a teleprompter, so there's no news director, there's no manager who's surprised and excited and you know, oh my God, what's happening here? This guy's burning down the bridges. They know that he's doing this, but people thought what he said on the news as he was wrapping up for his Channel 6 news, KWQC is what the actual news station is, KWQC. As he was announcing that he was no longer going to be working there, people took his announcement to be a big shot at the television station and the television industry. But you tell me.
How much it means to me that you've trusted me these past few years to bring you the news in the morning. I promise you I've given you everything I have. I've never tried to be perfect or what many think a newsman is supposed to be, but I have always done my best to be transparent, bring you the facts, and I've always been myself. I've loved being able to provide a public service to this place we all call home, the Quad Cities.
All right.
When it comes to this job, all I've ever wanted to do is report on the issues that really matter.
Is that where the DJs are
I've
from?
always believed that.
I didn't even know that until right now. I thought they were making a joke about the Twin Cities, but until he said Quad City, I didn't think about it either. Quad Cities, let's learn. We'll go back to this guy in a second. Hold on. Small detour here, and I'll go back to the guy on the clip. He gets real upset in a moment. What are the Quad Cities, just so we're fully aware with the context?
A region of 5 cities in the states of Illinois and Iowa.
All right.
Let's see what they are. Davenport and Bettendorf in southeastern Iowa, Rock Island, Moline, and East Moline in northwestern Illinois.
Okay.
The center of the Quad Cities metropolitan area, Mississippi River Valley.
Okay, so they're relatively small towns, but the 4 of them together makes them a larger market than they would be otherwise. Somebody on YouTube says, C-Lane needs to have a breakdown and tell us what all the buttons that he has do. I know he gets tired of carrying them back and forth to work every day in that locked briefcase. He has an established setup.
Yeah, I don't carry these back and forth. No.
Yeah. He has established a setup in his studio. He also has a setup in his Megadesk position in front of me in my studio. And then he's got more. Like, he literally has a trail of buttons that can control anything in radio and beyond. Wherever he goes.
Going to get more. I'm looking at expanding more buttons.
Oh, yeah, of course. Always need more. We do. But all right, back to this guy. His name, let me get his name here. His name is Dustin Nolan, Emmy-winning reporter and KWQC TV6 morning anchor, was visibly emotional as he announced on air that he's quitting both the station and the news industry. And then they felt like he was taking a shot at local news. But I don't know. I think he was just kind of making a statement about how he feels about the news in general. Let's listen.
We, as a local news station, owe you, the viewers, the best that we can do, because without you, none of us would be able to do this job. I also believe that we, as a local news station, have to be more than trends or sanitized news because it makes people feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Trends.
I thought he said
trends.
I
thought it too, man. We have to be more than trans.
I'm like, how much trans coverage do they have in the Quad Cities? It's like another trans story. Here we go.
Also, the Quad City DJs are from Jacksonville.
Wait, hold on. How does that even make sense?
Don't know.
I think that was his accent. It sounded like he was saying trans. I think he's saying trends.
Trends, yes.
None of us would be able to do this job. I also believe that we, as a local news station, have to be more than trends or sanitized news because it makes people feel uncomfortable. That's why the facts matter, and that's why we do what we do here. We have to take people out of their bubbles and comfort zones and make them think about the world we all live in.
Okay.
And this is a bittersweet goodbye.
Oh, here we go.
I'm looking forward to my next chapter in life, but it's not easy to say goodbye. The hardest part of this job for me is the realization that I won't be working with Jenna anymore.
Some people would
because she isn't just the greatest co-anchor on the news desk, but she is the greatest co-anchor in life as well. And if you don't have Jenna in your life, I suggest you find one because she makes dreams come true in every way another human can.
All right, buddy, hold on. If this isn't his wife,
if he has a wife that's not her, buddy.
If he goes home after this, he's like, "How did you think my farewell announcement goes?" And his wife is like, "I have cardboard boxes arriving in 15 minutes. Get your ass, get it in them, and get it out of here." Like, what did you just say? Somebody says they effing. I mean, he went a little over. He's like, she's not only the greatest co-anchor in the world, she's the greatest co-anchor in life. And
if you don't have a Jenna, you need to find you a Jenna.
Yeah, well,
just the greatest co-anchor on the news desk. But she is the greatest co-anchor in life as well. And if you don't have a Jenna in your life, I suggest you find one because she makes dreams come true in every way another human can. And to the great and talented people here at TV6, like Kevin Phelps, Mike Ortiz, Ryan, our morning producer, Kaylee and Madison, our morning directors, and people like Deanna as well, and others that all the other wonderful people here that I've worked with.
That I don't remember their names right now?
Well, they weren't, they haven't been making my dreams come true like old Jenna here.
Jenna is amazing. It's like, jeez. Jenna's like, yep, you hear him. You hear him, all right, boys? I really got some skills, just so you know.
Here at TV6, I just want to say thank you for being great professionals and, more importantly, great people. There will be no more TV tomorrows for me. So for everyone who's allowed me to be a part of their morning, I really do thank you. Good day and goodbye.
Wait, your sign-off is good day and goodbye? It's little much like good night and good luck. That's a little bit of a rip-off.
I think maybe he just used to say good day, but also this was the final good day, so now it's good day and goodbye.
Maybe. I don't know. But people thought that he was like tearing down the industry. He said, I feel like the news should be more than trends and something else.
He said more than trans.
More than trans. When I watched that part of it, I was like, I think he was just saying what he thinks about the news. I didn't feel like he was tearing it down. I didn't feel like he was like, this news organization's focused on a bunch of crap and flashy news, and we need to I didn't think that at all. I didn't think that was the case. Yucker says Sean is incapable of crying. You want me to cry on air? I'm sure I have at some point in time. Sealand, haven't I cried some point over the years on the show?
I think maybe once.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like I've had, you know how many family members I've had die while I've been doing this show?
Well, that was actually the kind of fascinating part was you have had so many family members died. You only cried for one of them.
You can tell who my favorite is, right? Yeah. I mean, so I just thought he says you should focus on more than trends or sanitized news. I just thought he was making a statement maybe about what he thinks the news should be doing in general. I didn't think he burned the bridge at his own place. No. I really didn't feel that way. But 1.7 million views online. This story says Emmy-winning TV anchor gets choked up as he quits the job and slams his station live on air. See that headline? I don't think that's accurate. Slams his station? I don't think he slammed his station.
No, not really.
I think he was just talking about the industry and his job and getting emotional. And
also, everything he said was on the teleprompter. So if the station feels slighted by the remarks he made, maybe they shouldn't have approved that copy.
I don't buy that. I don't think that he was crapping on his station. I'll make you cry, Sean. Try me. He was essing on Sean's news stories. No, I think it was fine. I think it was totally fine what he did. I would not become that emotional necessarily because that's not in my nature. And also, and this is a me thing. I'm not judging anybody who's like this. All right. I promise you, I'm not judging anybody who's like this. But for me, when it comes to people that I want to watch in the news, the news anchors that start blubbering and crying and things, that's not for me. Some of you like the raw honesty and the emotions in it. I like an old-fashioned person who's going to deliver the news. And if there's some crazy nonsense going on, I don't feel like they're going to start blubbering. Personally, that's how I feel about it. I don't like that, but I get it. This guy was emotional. He's on his way out. He's changing his life up, and he's going to miss his partner. What was her name?
Jenna.
Again? Jenna is
Hopes everybody finds a Jenna.
Yeah. Good luck finding your Jenna out there, everybody. Quick break. When we come back, we will find a hot sheet. We'll do that. When we return, I also have to get to this air traffic control audio. It's insane. There was a full-on brawl happening on this flight, and I've never heard anything quite like that audio. We'll play that. A story about car break-ins that has so many twists and turns in it. A million other things that we have to get to on a Monday here. So don't miss out on any of it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Smartish, loud, and probably getting fined. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by
Welcome behind the scenes. Skill Mike activated. The title story today is coming up after the hot sheet, and my God, woo! My God, is it a wild one? Sean, I too get angry instead of crying. You guys, you know that I cry, right? Like I've had a lot of things happen to me that have made me cry over the years. years that we've been doing this show. I've talked about almost all of these things with you. I've shared all of these moments with you. This is fun that Sean can't see us on YouTube. I can see you, Mr. YouTube. I just see that your name is YouTube. When are we going on a plane? Unfortunately, the plane situation is going to be involved in the show today. I like the rainbow colors in the chat right now. It looks better, doesn't it? Do you guys think the chat looks better, minus the YouTube name issue? How do we rate the mega chat upgrade? We like this? Of course, I know I need to fix the YouTube thing. I'll fix that right after the show. It'll work perfectly tomorrow. But generally speaking, pretty cool, right? Sean, we come to your emotional rescue? Well, thank God. Courtney just saw something on her walk. Can I share it with you? I'm going to share it with you, okay? Courtney's out on her walk right now. And she just saw this out in front of somebody's house. What am I looking at there? What is that, the straight flag? Is that what that is? Is that the straight flag? I've not seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that the straight flag? Can we disable the banner and audio only button at the top? Maybe I'll make that so you can dismiss it with an X, but it shows up each time in case you want audio only. Is that good? Will that work? I can make it so you can dismiss it. I just want people who have audio and video subscriptions to be able to go audio only if they want. Maybe you're going in your car. Maybe you don't have a really great connection. You're somewhere in the sticks a little bit. You can go into audio only mode and it's a little better. Let me know what you think. The straight flag is 3 black stripes on a white background. Well, what was that then? What is that flag? Oh, I'll show you again. Stand by. I gotta get into these dispatches too. All right, let me zoom in. That's a straight flag, right? Because the arrow is female and the cross is male, I think. I just never seen that before. Why don't we just fly the American flag, people? 2 minutes and we're back live. Bisexual pride? Why do the bisexual people need their own flag if that was the case? Is that what it is? The arrow is male? Okay, I got it backwards. It's Pride Month. It's illegal to be straight. It was for a little while. All right, 1 minute. We're coming back. We got the hot sheet. I got this Arby story that is going to blow your mind. Blow your mind. Can't wait to tell you that afterwards. I got the air traffic control fight audio. We got so much on the way. So stick with us here, all right? Stand by.
The dealership? Well, at Greenway Kia, we changed the game. Every new Kia listed for sale on greenwaykias.com has our Greenway all-in price. That means the price you see is the price you pay, with no surprises and no additional fees. Plus, with over 1,000 new Kias available at our 3 Central Florida locations, you'll find the right new Kia at the right price every time. It's the Summer Sticker Sales Event. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Lights, camera, magic. Mickey and his friends invite you to an unforgettable Disney on Ice Gala, where stories like Zootopia 2, Tangled, Monsters, Inc., and more come to life in dazzling Hollywood-style fashion. Disney on Ice presents Spotlight Magic. Visiting soon to Orlando. Coming to Kia Center September 4th through the 6th. Tickets on sale now. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today. Again, get your tickets and check out the show details at DisneyOnIce.com.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the News Junkie.
We love you. We appreciate you. We're with you on a Monday. Let's have some fun. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And James emails the show before we get into the hot sheet here. Hello, this is my first time ever reaching out to you. Well, thank you. Everybody's welcome to reach out to the show if you've got any interesting feedback, if there's something you're not hearing, something you want to hear, any of that. It's wide open always at tips@thenewsjunkie.com for some interactivity. And it says, I listen to you from Texas. Thank God to the old radio station, The Freak, for introducing me to your show. I'll rip The Freak, man, in Dallas, Texas that we were on. I listened to you on the podcast. I crammed the whole week into Saturday and Sunday at work. I just finished your Thursday show discussing the future of the show and branching out. Please come back to Dallas radio. The morning show they have put on there freaking sucks. I didn't send this with any intentions of having it read on the radio. Well, just begging for y'all to come back to the area. Thank you for taking out the time to read this. Love the show, says James. I don't know what show they have on there. I don't know what's going on. I do know you will see us spreading west very soon. We'll be adding affiliate spreading west. Will we be back on in Dallas? Maybe. If you have local stations, you're somewhere you'd like for us to be on the station, you think would be a good fit somewhere, email me, because I have a setup now with the way we are working moving forward where we can approach those stations. We get put in contact with the program directors through the highest level of iHeart, and then they can usually make something happen in those markets. The top men. The top suits, when they do something that matters. This is the only thing that they do that's useful. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the hot sheet.
Check the hot sheet. It's news, but not like real important news.
Best investigator reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the hot sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. It's the top 5 stories in the nonsense news, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And breaking news, actually. This just coming out today. Music mogul Clive Davis, who oversaw the monumental careers of Whitney Houston, Sean Diddy Combs, Kelly Clarkson, and more, has died at the age of 94.
Really?
Davis passed away at his home in Manhattan. His family confirmed to the New York Times cause of death was not revealed. However, a source told TMZ he was hospitalized in New York City at the end of May from an upper respiratory infection, and they just put him in the hospital out of an abundance of caution, as you would with somebody who's 94 years old. But he was expected to be released within 24 hours. The iconic producer was spotted just days before that at the Gordon Parks Foundation Awards dinner and auction in New York City on May 19th. Broke into the business in the early 1960s and was appointed president of Columbia Records at the age of 35. Rest in peace to Clive Davis. That guy made a lot of people famous.
Yeah, he did, for sure. He never did anything himself, right? He was only just the record company guy, as far as I know.
I don't know that he, I don't know that there's some Clive Davis albums out.
Yeah.
Okay. But, I also don't know, like, Are we having, or do we still have people that are Clive Davises right now, that big, that are breaking that many people, or have that big of a hold on the music industry?
I don't think so.
In a more administrative role?
No, I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't think that you have a lot of people like that anymore, because I think it's the platforms, not the people, that are breaking artists. It's TikTok, it's YouTube, it's direct to consumer.
Right,
kind of
but he rose to not, I guess he rose to fame, but mostly he rose to power at a time where you had to have this major label support to get famous. He personally selected and pitched the song "Mandy" to Barry Manilow and became the label's first hit record, among hundreds of chart-topping singles overseen by the music legend of the decades. "Greatest Love of All" by Whitney Houston, "Bridge Over Troubled Water," "Piano Man," "Smooth" by Santana, Alicia Keys' "Fallen," and Kelly Clarkson's "Since You've Been Gone," among many, many others. The news of Clive Davis's death is just kind of coming out today. Died at 94 at his home in Manhattan. In other news, more, I would say, nonsense news, some people's Father's Days went swimmingly, and then there's Paul Pierce.
What happened to him?
His Father's Day came with some drama because Princess Santiago says the Basketball Hall of Famer forgot all about their baby boy on Father's Day.
Okay.
She unloaded on Paul in a series of Instagram posts Sunday, blasting the former Celtic star for celebrating Father's Day online. Talked about his 4 kids, and then didn't even ask to see their infant son, King. Her post centered around a Father's Day tribute Paul shared featuring 4 of his other children, and claimed that King, who's approaching 5 months old, was notably absent from all of his plans despite being the first Father's Day since King's birth. It's the kid's first Father's Day, and he was not a part of it. She also alleged Paul has only seen the child twice since he was born. She later doubled down at a since-deleted comment under one of the posts. Also, did not know we would be talking about this guy 2 weeks in a row. But Rod Stewart, I guess, is having a rough go at this tour he's on right now.
Yeah, I have a clip of that. Should I bring that up?
Yeah, bring it up. 81-year-old
Okay.
Sir Roderick David Stewart, maybe, I think is his
Is
name.
that for real? His name is Roderick?
His name is Roderick, yeah. Sir Roderick Stewart was forced to pause a concert to use an oxygen tank after nearly fainting on stage. And it's like South Park predicted this 26, 27 years ago when, and it's weird because he's 81.
It's
so he
over, man.
Wouldn't have even been that old 27 years ago. Or just depicted him as an old man trying to put on concerts, pooping his pants.
Here it is. All right. At this point, he seems to be holding on to the keyboardist and the setup that guy's using.
Right.
He's not moving much.
Oh gosh.
I don't see him here. He's like, now he's bent over. I don't see him hitting the oxygen tank. Oh, here. Is this it? Is this them bringing it up? They literally bring up an oxygen tank. He sits there and waits. Well, they set
The
up an
song
oxygen
is still
tank.
blaring.
Hey, hold on. Is it still going as they administer oxygen? Right now, he's got an oxygen mask on. I think it's over. I think it's time to hang it up. I think that's it.
Not everyone can be Mick Jagger or Keith Richards,
Yes, not.
eventually. And the guy just got his voice back. We heard last week that he had to cancel a bunch of shows, canceled a number of concerts in May and earlier June due to health concerns, and then showed up to the World Cup game to piss everybody off. But video footage that we just saw there showed the 81-year-old star leaning on the piano, grabbing other parts of the set for support during Young Turks before staff came out with the oxygen tank.
You did a great job. You're an amazing performer. You wrote some cool songs. You're super impressive, and it's okay to be done. It's okay.
Sir Rod, who maintains the vigorous touring schedule, later told the crowd that he nearly effing fainted, but the show must go on. Must it?
Yeah,
Rod.
not always.
Oh, that's too bad. Another person who had a little bit of an embarrassing kind of moment on stage, Metallica's Kirk Hammett, and he's getting all kinds of, like blowback for this shirt that he wore on stage the other day. You don't piss off the Swifties. They get really mad at you and they come after you. So when you wear a shirt on stage that says Taylor Swift is a CIA psyop, only to fall on stage a couple days later, you're going to get some blowback from this. You're going to get some people coming after you, calling it instant karma. Swift karma, even. Is this it? This the moment?
Oh, here he is. Kirk Hammett from Metallica. Ready? Oh! He put his foot onto something that was not stable, and he ended up, falling right into the stage there. What was that? Is that like he thought it was a monitor or something?
I can't see that far down. They were playing Seek and Destroy, and then he himself joked about the fall on social media, writing Slip and Destroy. The guitarist has not addressed the PSYOP shirt scandal and whether the Swifties' Hex played a role in his little spill on stage. But that's the first Metallica video I've seen in a while that's not just what's his nuts puffing cigars side stage during the drum solo.
James Hetfield
has, I think, part of his setup for the thing is like once the drum solo happens, they have his cigar waiting for him at a little side table behind the stage, so because the guy really has to smoke a cigar.
He likes him, I guess.
It's kind of funny. And then I got you a video for this last thing. Because
who is this person? I don't know if I know this person.
I don't know much about this person at all, but it's my favorite thing because I think if I were like the fans of this Becky Hill, who sparked a fierce debate amongst festival goers after being booed during her surprise set, if I were one of the fans, I think I'd be kind of pissed too. If I was excited to see this person. And then she was doing what they called it a secret set because she wasn't a part of the original lineup. And then they announced the secret set, which makes it, in my opinion, not so much a secret.
True.
But
here it is.
People showed up for this, and she announced that the whole set was going to be new stuff.
All right, Becky Hill.
My secret is because I'm going to play you nothing but brand new music. At certain points in every artist's life, we have to let go of the tunes that you lot know me for and introduce you lot to a brand new fucking era.
Oh, she got booed and a lot of people left.
Yeah, that was definitely booing when she said that.
TikTok video from the weekend appears to show sections of the crowd leaving while others boo after the singer revealed she would be performing a set composed entirely of unreleased music. All new stuff. No, thank you. I mean, even some of my favorite bands, if they did that, I'd be like, no, I don't want a set of all new stuff.
If Metallica came out and they were like, we're going to do all new music.
Absolutely not. In fact, if there's a classic band that I'm seeing that gets up there and they go, this one's off our new album, I go, how new? What are we talking about here? There better only be one or two. They want to see the old stuff. Classic tunes, no new tunes. But Becky Hill learned that the wrong way. There were a couple people backing her up for that. And they were like, we would be excited. Festivals are for new music. And I was like, no.
Yeah, disagree.
No, hard disagree. Hey, what you would agree with, I think, is that mortgage guy, Don, is out to save you money. He wants to reach out to all the listeners of this great show and go, hey, listen, if you have a mortgage rate with a 7 or 8 in front of it, you should be checking into a refinance. If you have a mortgage quote right now and you haven't looked anywhere else, what are you thinking? You're probably leaving money on the table. You're probably paying too much. If you have a quote, you can easily go to thatmortgageguyDon.com, take a picture of your quote, upload it right there on the Compare Your Quote tab. It's so easy. Don will review it with you and tell you, hey, this is a good quote, or I can get you better because he wants to save you money. Do it today. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Quick break. When we come back, boy, do we have a lot to get to still here on a Monday, and including your dispatches. But I want to get to the story that I used as the headline to kick things off. A story about something that happened at an Arby's. Hold on to your butts because this one is an absolute wild ride. I have the air traffic control audio from that story as well. There's a lot more to dice up here before Monday ends, so stick with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All right, degenerate gamblers, get your money ready. The 2026 Real Radio Poker Tournament is Saturday, August 15th. Tickets go on sale this Wednesday, June 24th. Details at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a couple accidents this afternoon that might cause you some trouble. There's a new accident on the Beach Line westbound just past State Road 520. That's blocking both lanes. Traffic's getting by using the left.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Skull Mike is activated.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call solves it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Oh boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be.
Stand by. Trying to fix this YouTube issue as we do the show.
License CAC 1820806.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai.
All right, we're going to try to fix it during the show,
Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
which you might say is a crazy brave move.
Help Central Florida homeowners beat rising energy costs.
I would agree.
During the Solar Source price rewind.
I would agree. But we're risking it today.
Never see again. No pressure, no gimmicks.
We want to see if we can make those YouTube names turn into actual usernames. And then there's only like tiny little fixes. Thank you for the person who says congratulations on your contract. I appreciate that. Thank you. Gonna be an interesting 3 years. Crazy drunk cat lady. But I'll be able to see that username in just a moment. The only time Watson has ever been wrong was in 5th grade and he put Pluto down as a planet. Technically, if I was in 5th grade and I put Pluto down as a planet, I believe I would have been right. I think it was after that when Pluto got downgraded. Big controversy in the space world. Okay.
I still own on my old car, and you got me out of it.
Stand by. Okay, I almost got this fixed.
This is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning.
How many of you are going to take part in Amazon Prime Day? Which is kind of wild. It's 4 days long these days. Amazon Prime Day moved to June, starting June 23rd. Oh, it's tomorrow it starts. Anybody plan to buy a bunch of stuff? And anybody believe in my theory that right now they jack up all of the prices on everything on Amazon? Today is the worst time to buy on Amazon. Worst time. Because they jack up the prices, I think, so that tomorrow they could say 33% price drop. June 23rd to June 26th. Amazon Prime Day. 4 days now. 4 days. Which is wild. Okay, clean, fix, deploy it. All right, let's get this. I'm going to deploy it to staging, and then after that we'll deploy it to live, and we should be able to see a fix maybe within the next commercial break or so. That will be cool. I'm looking to Walmart, looking forward to Walmart Plus Day. Is it the same time? There's no more good detail or deals on Prime Day? I mean, there must be something, right? Camel is a good Amazon price tracker. I have one of those. I'm not sure if that's the one I use, but it's awesome to be able to go on any product on Amazon and see over time the change in price. You can see if you are actually getting a good deal. That's kind of awesome. Stand by as the fix your YouTube names, as that rolls out, we could see a freeze in Mega Chat. We could have some minor issues. But don't worry, I'll kick it back up. All right, let me check this. All right, let's see where we are. Stand by.
That streamable thing worked out great.
Yeah, that's an easy site just for like sharing that stuff quickly. Yeah, that's I use that too a little bit here and there. All right, here we go. Coming back.
Covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The World Cup rolls on with games taking place across the U.S. today. Norway will take on Senegal in New Jersey after star Erling Haaland scored 2 goals in his tournament debut last week.
Erling Haaland meets the World Cup. The World Cup meets Erling Haaland.
Meanwhile, the U.S. 2-0 wraps up the group stage on Thursday in Los Angeles against Turkey.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
Thanks for getting the app. It's free. It's 100% free over at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want full access to the website and premium access to all things The News Junkie, including unlocking secret shows, go learn about that over on the website right now and toss some support our way. Okay, I want to play this story because this is without a doubt the most disturbing story of the day. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not overplaying my hand here. This is a very, very disturbing story. And not in like the maternal instinct type way. Not
still haven't watched that.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. It was an interesting documentary, that one on Netflix, about a woman, and a baby covered in blood that they didn't know where it came from. This is different though, because a lot of people might do what this person does every single day, and it ain't stealing babies. This person went to Arby's. I don't know if you can name the last time you went to Arby's, C-Lane, but it can't be too long ago.
No, last time I had Arby's was when we had that secret show where we were, I forget what exactly we were trying to try. Was it an expectation versus reality thing?
Yes, we ordered on secret shows. We ordered all the largest sandwiches available on the DoorDash platform. The biggest, most preposterous, largest ones that we could find, and we ordered all of them at the same time and brought them in. And Arby's has a lot of those. Like, they're stacking up the meats, right?
I'll say this, like, I am not somebody who typically ever has a craving for something Arby's. I don't, like, something about that, the hot roast beef sandwich was never not something I was a fan of. I think my mom liked Arby's, so we used to go there sometimes. And I would just kind of, deal with it, eat whatever was close to a burger. I did like that. I don't think they have it anymore. That potato cake that they had, that was pretty banging. But I wasn't a fan. And then when we did that secret show, I was like, well, this is really damn good. Maybe I'm missing out on Arby's. Maybe I'm not giving it a fair shake.
Yeah, it's not bad, but you might change your mind about that in about 6 seconds. So
I already know
hold
what the
on.
headline is. I already
you can
see.
it? All right,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
all right.
not
Show the folks. I'll read it to you for those of you over on YouTube.com/The News Junkie. You can see it says Oklahoma Arby's employee is in trouble, accused of giving herpes to a customer. All right, and they say the whole thing was caught on tape.
I know a few bartenders that have done that.
This is so the first thing you think of is like, what? The employee just gave herpes to a customer? Well, what does Arby's have to do with this? What was going on? Did they do it in the bathroom with this sexual activity? Well, I have some news for you. This is absolutely wild. So let's go to Channel 2 News talking about what went down at this Arby's and what happened, which was all caught on tape, apparently. Here we go.
Story we all wish would be just a gross urban legend.
No.
But in McCurtain County, a former Arby's manager is charged with felony poisoning, accused of spitting in a woman's food and giving her herpes as a result.
Jesus, man.
After a long night bartending, Jenica Church stopped at Arby's in Broken Bow. It was taking a little bit of time.
Strangely enough, C-Lane, she's a bartender. She goes to her shift, works late at night doing the bartending work, and when she finishes, she's like, I'm going to grab some Arby's. I'm a little bit hungry.
Arby's
here.
open that late?
I didn't think they were, but that's what she's saying she did. Or maybe she was at an earlier shift.
Yeah.
She gets off and she goes to get some Arby's. She had no idea what was happening next.
Thought they were probably mad at me because it was right about to close. Jenica said she had some history with Amanda Hendricks, the manager, but nothing major. She went home, ate, and shared sandwiches with her father-in-law and grandmother-in-law.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. Am I crazy on this? If I have any, and I mean any history with somebody who works at a fast food establishment, I used to date them. We got in a fight one time. We are enemies for whatever reason. They don't like me because they heard the radio show and they didn't like some take I did. Any of these things. If I have the slightest rift with somebody and I pull up to an establishment and I see they are at the place that's about to make my food, no, not doing it. 100% not doing it. The idea that she's like, well, we had some issues, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And she still ordered from this woman who clearly didn't like her.
It depends on where they're serving the food. If I have an issue with somebody, whether they're working at a high-end steakhouse or a fine dining establishment, they probably make a lot of money there and don't want to do anything to jeopardize their job. Mm-hmm. If I run into an ex-girlfriend at Arby's, I will keep driving.
Yeah.
Through the store.
Hold on. So there are some occasions where you would still eat there even if you thought the person working there didn't like you?
Yeah, because I think there are some there's some occasions where they wouldn't do anything that would get them in trouble because they have a lot to lose.
You have more faith in people than I do. I 100%. If I go to the drive-thru and I see your face, I'm like, that person doesn't like me. See you later. Going hungry. Not going to do it.
You never hear of a food tampering story at a place with a Michelin star. You hear about it at Waffle House.
That doesn't mean it doesn't happen, though. I understand what you're saying, and I agree that it's less, even I will grant you, much less likely to happen at a restaurant, especially one with a reputation that they're worried about. And especially somebody where somebody's getting paid more money. All the things you said, I agree, are correct. But I don't think it's out of the question that it could happen. At this point in Arby's, the woman should have known, like, I shouldn't go here. But she did, and she ate it.
Her husband, the kids, and the grandparents all lived together after that night. Jenica's mouth began to flare up like it never had before.
Oh, no.
The doctor diagnosed her with herpes.
Several times a week, I get a flare up. It goes all the way up to the top of my eye twitches. I mean, it's very painful.
You're probably wondering, how could she possibly connect herpes to Arby's?
Yeah, I am, actually. I'm glad you said that, Channel 2 News lady. I'm glad you did. Connect those two. Connect herpes to Arby's, please.
Broken Bow is a
bad
small
day for
town.
Arby's.
Yeah.
This is a terrible, no good, very bad day for Arby's.
At Arby's HQ, they're going, no, please. Please, we don't want her to connect.
It says Amanda Hendricks was bragging about spitting in her sandwiches that night, and Jenica's daughter heard the story. According to the affidavit, Broken Bow police say they pulled cameras and saw Amanda spitting in the food.
Okay, Amanda has, in the photograph that they posted, this is from the jail, she has two things that concern me. One, it looks like her eyebrows are just drawn on, which is always a minor red flag, I think. At least a minor red flag. A lot of crazy girls shaved off their eyebrows at some point, and they just have them drawn on. That maybe she just has really thin eyebrows. But the
You're
other
telling me
thing
she
is,
can't even grow her own hair? Come on.
she has a mask on in this photograph. I don't know if that means that they were worried because of the spitting charge when they arrested her. They're like, we don't want you spitting herpes on the police officers either, but she's all covered up with a mask here.
She's charged with felony poisoning with intent to injure. A warrant has been issued for her arrest.
Damn.
You hear that as like a tale that wouldn't happen.
That's literally what I was just about to say. Like, people say, oh, we'll spit in your food or whatever, but I've never seen that happen.
Jenica and her family filed a lawsuit against Amanda, Arby's, and affiliated restaurant groups, claiming...
I do have to stop here for a second, because she's showing off the herps.
Oh, gosh, this is the place you stopped?
Yeah, I've shown off the herpes on her lips here. Is this a different kind of herpes and not as big of a deal? Is this like, okay, you got oral herpes. It's not a big deal. Genital herpes is a way bigger deal. And you're going to be taking like Valtrex or something as a result of that.
I think you still take Valtrex for other herpes.
Do you?
Herpeses?
Because I don't think you could, like, some of this stuff you can't just get through a little bit of spit. If she spit on her food.
That's what I was kind of wondering. Like, first of all, maybe they are telling the story in a way that just is, kind of speeds it up for airtime. Because it sounds like she ate the herpes food and then got the flare-ups like the next day. They said like after that night she started seeing symptoms. I was like, immediately? I don't know. That feels to me like something. I mean, I don't know how this works, so it feels to me like something that should happen. It should take longer to happen, right? And then also, she got Arby's for herself, her grandfather-in-law, her grandmother-in-law. Is everybody sporting herpes right now?
Whole family herpes out, man. Every single one of them, I guess. Jeez.
Extreme anxiety, emotional distress, and fear of infection. Jenica fears it'll impact her service industry work.
Personally, if I go out to eat and I see somebody with that big old thing on their face, I don't want them serving my food. I can't kiss my daughter's face off anymore. That was like my thing. Just kiss your face off. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You can.
It's sad.
The fallout is tough for Jenica's mother-in-law, Patricia Dollarheight, to even talk about.
Oh, my God. They brought the mother-in-law on to also do an interview about the daughter-in-law's herpes now. This is a little awkward. She's crying.
I'm sorry. When we were leaving today, my son was sitting at my table.
Yeah.
Eating breakfast.
Sure.
And he wanted a kiss. Bye. But he could not have one.
Oh, my God.
So you bet I'm angry. I see what it's doing to my grandchildren, to my son, to my husband.
Oh, she's so dramatic.
I don't want to kiss my husband.
I don't want to kiss my husband. Unrelated to the Arby's incident, just for the record. But I don't want to kiss my husband, she says. Now I ask you, should she get a big fat payout? Because that's what she's looking for here. She wants to get a payout. She's suing Arby's, suing the lady in question, and she says there needs to be some change here. What does she deserve? Getting herpes from the Arby's drive-thru. What's the payout that makes that right? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, quick break. When we come back, we will get into your feedback. The first dispatches, I did work in a couple emails, but I got a stack of them over here to get into. And as promised, that air traffic control audio. Yes, we will be unfortunately back on a plane, but after you get over that moment, you will hear the battle royale going down on this flight, something I've never heard before in my life, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio
The Monsters in the Morning.
From that-
Angel is gay.
Angel is gay? No, that's me. You're supposed to say I am gay. That's my thing.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash has been moved off to the shoulder now on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching US 192. Traffic still stop and go. All lanes are still...
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Stand by. All right, I gotta refresh a couple of things.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blinds. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Feeling here, guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction show up, you know that's not something that's fixed itself. You need to talk to the experts to fix that. You need to talk to the guys at Premier Men's Medical Center. I went over there and met with them when we started doing these spots, and they wanted me to come check out the facility, and I said...
YouTube was working for a hot second. Where is it now?
They explained just why guys have those symptoms and the fact that it happens all the time, and it happens to almost every guy, just at different stages in your life. A lot of people think of it as something that happens when you're super old, but it can happen to anybody. And if you start seeing those symptoms and it's messing with your relationship, it's messing with your confidence, you can only ignore that for so long. So call Premier Men's Medical Center. They want to make sure to get out ahead of things and avoid some sort of very painful, invasive surgery. They've got painless procedures where 98% of men see results right there in the office. Right there, same day. Call them up for their free consultation. 407-723.
YouTube. What was that? I saw your comments coming in, and now I don't see them.
Don't overthink it. Just call or find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One is coming back to Las Vegas. September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Oh, no.
For a weekend full of superstar performances. Are you ready?
Don't say good riddance. All right, be nice. Be nice to them.
Presented by Capital One. Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. This summer, we're turning up the heat on other dealers with all-in pricing online at greenwaykias.com. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no surprise fees, just easy upfront pricing. Plus, get rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias and a helpful finance team working to get you approved even if your credit isn't perfect. It's the summer sticker sales event. I'm Joe Rossi and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. I think we can all agree that plumbing issues are the worst, and it's always great to have a seasoned professional ready to go if you happen to run into those problems. Enter Modern Plumbing Industries. From houses to high-rises, these guys are Central Florida's plumbing company. Employee-owned and in business since 1975. Their integrity and workmanship are second to none, and they have some great deals as well. If you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll receive $50 off your service call. Book your appointment today at 407
Hang on.
6000 or hop online at
Gonna try to revive YouTube.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with zero.
All right, I'm investigating a bit further.
The best price on any piece of jewelry. Now divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2031. Designer engagement rings now as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet, just $116 a month? All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones, all certified diamonds too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have till June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love now with 0%.
Sorry for the minor issues today. We're just working on a couple of things. All right, I'll try to work that out. It's YouTube, so they probably already have the herbs. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Guys, we need to have YouTube and Mega Chat. We need them. We love them, don't we? Yeah?
Visit hbnusa.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to
those of you who follow British politics, the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is resigning. Andy Burnham is in line to take him over as the Labour leader and new Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of England, Keir Starmer, stepping down. Andy Burnham should be possibly the next Prime Minister. We'll have to see what happens there. Most of you don't care about that, but for those of you who do, you Brit polls, now you know. Okay, we're working on the YouTube fix right now.
My heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains.
Suspect neutralized after 3 people shot in Montreal, including 2 cops. Just breaking right now.
When my wife and I got married, after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together.
All right, stand by. We're coming back.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. But our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Forget the same 3 songs over and over and over again. Stand here proud with us. Let's have some fun in the world's most viral newsroom. Thanks for being with us. Learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. Sealand, just hit me with it, for God's sake. I get it. It's a plane story on the way.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
it. I know it. We all know it. Just hit me with the plane song, please.
Fine. You know, you're making it less fun.
I'm not trying to take the fun out of it.
What a shocker, what a surprise. It's a tough story as long as it flies. This next clip is wild and insane, and as you might have guessed, we're back on a plane.
We are, but we're not always on planes. Just for the record, it happens every once in a day or so. And this one is unbelievable. I'm going to play the air traffic control audio for you here momentarily. I have a couple other stories. So now I have this defense mechanism, which is that I play all of the plane-related stories, and I do them all at the same time, because that way C-Lane can only get me once. That's it. That's the science to it all. In this case, the pilot on this flight said an unruly passenger was going ape-ass, just completely nuts, and started biting some of the other passengers on the flight. It was an American Airlines flight. Theory here, it's a loose theory, but bear with me. My loose theory here is that people now are they don't go on Spirit because Spirit doesn't exist. And some of the other
that is a
low-cost
sound
airlines,
theory, Sean. We'll see if it measures up. But
I think that my theory is that because they can't go on Spirit, they've gone over to American Airlines. I think this is where they are.
Why
I think
American? Isn't Southwest more budget than American?
It is, but somehow more bad stuff happens on American Airlines. Explain that for me, airplane people. Explain why this is happening. But I'll play the audio in a moment. An unruly passenger bit a fellow flyer and started throwing punches aboard an American Airlines flight on Sunday, according to audio of a pilot's conversation with air traffic controllers. The recording, first obtained by CBS News, then posted online by aviation industry monitors, showed the incident happened aboard American Airlines flight AA3046 from Charlotte, North Carolina to Philadelphia. Now let's listen in. Let's see what it sounded like with the air traffic control audio.
46 to center maintain 6,000.
6,000, American 3046. And can you pass along, we need EMTs as well as law enforcement. I don't know if he's hallucinating, but he just bit a passenger and he's trying to fight everybody. So if we could have law enforcement just as a precaution to be with the EMTs.
American 3046, I will pass that along.
Thank you. What a day, huh?
What a day, huh?
American 3046, happy Father's Day. Contact final 125.4.
125.4 for American 3046. I'll be sure to tell my daughters about this one.
Yeah, I like how they're excited because he's behind a secured door. He doesn't have to deal with whatever this lunatic is doing, monkey biting people on the plane that is behind him, all these passengers. And on Father's Day, no less, this guy is dealing with this. They say, I don't know if he's hallucinating or whatever, but he just bit a passenger and he's trying to fight everybody. And he says, what a day, huh? Happy Father's Day. American Airlines told CBS the passenger was experiencing a medical emergency and that he was assisted before the flight landed, but did not confirm if police were present upon arrival. Holy cow. Just a nightmare on that flight. And that was probably more expensive. Isn't American Airlines usually a little more expensive? Is
That's
it
what
not?
I thought. Yeah, I don't even remember the last time I've flown American.
Me either. Because I've taken almost exclusively Southwest Airlines over the years. And it seems to me like that was, for a little while at least, a good idea, but now maybe not. Maybe now they just bite each other and fight each other on these other airlines like American Airlines. Okay. The other one, to get this out of the way, jets were 300 feet. Thank you. Jets were 300 feet apart in Boston. A close call that forced the Delta flight to abort a landing, according to an expert.
That's an extremely close call. 300 feet.
300 feet is wild, right? Like, are you even 300 feet from the bathroom right now?
Maybe.
300 feet is crazy to think of. And these people were, this jet was 300 feet away from another one. American Airlines was one of them. Delta was the other. The FAA said it's investigating the incident between two commercial flights that happened Saturday at Boston Logan Airport. Todd Curtis, a former safety engineer at Boeing, estimated the distance between the two jetliners was about 300 feet, 90 meters if you're feeling fancy. Todd Curtis, a former safety engineer at Boeing, estimated the distance was about that far and said this is a significant incident. Near misses and runway incursions at U.S. airports will be the subject of a hearing on Capitol Hill, strangely enough, tomorrow. Tomorrow on Capitol Hill, they're going to be looking into why this is happening to begin with.
Why do planes crash?
Why are they so close together? They'll obviously talk about air traffic control shortages and all the stuff that's associated with that, but that's what's happening over there. Couple other things, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and Peter emails the show. Peter said, you guys did that story about Boston running out of beer because of all the Scottish people. He said, how goes it? It was my buddy that was on NBC News last week. The Scottish guy who commented on Boston pubs running out of beer and all they had left was Bud Light. I live in Wyoming, and I brought him to Boston to watch the Scotland game. Anyway, he's like 6'10", or at least he used to be at his prime. He probably lost a couple of inches. He's been known as Big Dave for almost half a century. He's now been named Bud Dave, or Bud Light is what we're calling him now as a result of this going viral. On a note, no Scotsman will be able to recreate the cop going down the slide due to their ass sticking to it in their kilts. They go a little bit faster, he says. In fact, you'll need to sanitize this effing thing for the adults after a bunch of hammered, dirty Scotsmen have been sliding down the thing. Good luck replicating that cop flying out of that thing like poop through a sewer pipe, he says.
Okay.
I've got to censor him a little bit here. Also, he writes in almost like the Scottish language, so I tried to change it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Glad your friend made it to the news and made it to the show for sure. This person, Jane in Florida, is responding to the father who brought his little daughters into the bathroom. And she says, that is not weird at all. The only thing the father might have done differently is as a woman, or ask the woman or manager to clear the women's restroom or warn the women that a father is coming in with his daughter. Then the person with the complaint will have nothing to complain about. Personally, Jane says, I wouldn't care at all. That was most of the feedback I got on that particular story, Jane. So it seems like you might be in the majority there. Let's refresh and get a couple of your audio or video dispatches in.
While you're doing that, the refresh, talking about those two planes that were like 300 feet apart. I had a friend over the weekend with this guy she's been seeing, and they were talking about they had just flown into D.C. and they were having a bit of turbulence. Like he was a little freaked out by the amount of turbulence they were having. And she said what I thought was, especially knowing that this dude was freaked out, like imagine somebody saying this to you while the plane was having turbulence. She said the most savage thing. She goes, oh, we're flying into Dulles. This is right where that the plane hit the helicopter and everybody died.
Oh, great.
Like you said that?
Please don't mention that. Yeah, that'll affect some people. I would be very angry at a person for doing that, just to be clear. Here's Snob Wasson with a dispatch.
What up, Wasson?
Hey.
Hey, Klain.
Yeah.
You gave out some good movie advice on Friday. I'd never seen that movie Palm Springs before, and let me tell you what, it made for a great Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much, Klain, movie reviewer, wonderful guy that you are. Another great movie from Klain.
All right.
Wiggle, pop,
really
pop.
pushing that Klain part home, isn't he? It's just okay.
I don't even remember why I was talking about Palm Springs, but that's a good rewatch.
It is. It doesn't get enough buzz these days.
I know what happened. Never mind.
Why? Oh, yeah, because we were out on Friday.
I gave that advice on Friday. You are welcome.
Yeah. Look, you are giving great advice even when you're not here. That's what he's saying. That's the reality of it.
We watched a new Jason Segel movie that just is available on streaming now.
Oh, is it the one that I told you about where they're trying to kill each other?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Oh, Ashley hated it, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, it was that or the one that everybody loved. Who's the guy from The Notebook?
Ryan
Gosling. What was the Ryan Gosling movie?
The space one?
Yeah.
Oh, Project
Hail Mary. Project
Mm-hmm.
Hail Mary. It was either Project Hail Mary or that. And she's like, it's up to you. It's Father's Day. You pick. And I picked the Jason Segel movie. And she's like, well, because you picked this, Project Hail Mary is going to be the better choice. And I was like, fine, whatever. And it was a little slow at the first. And then I liked it towards the end. The amount of gore in that movie was, it just like went ape-s all of a sudden and just never stopped.
For those of you who don't know, what's the name of that movie?
It's called Over Your Dead Body.
All right, Your Dead Body.
Jason Segel and Samara Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a couple, married couple who hate each other. They're going to this cabin, up north on vacation and both plotting to kill each other.
Right.
I said this is like watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where neither of them have any training. Neither of them are good at killing people at all.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The movie is one that I had kind of low hopes for, and I didn't think it would be that great. But I laughed quite a bit, actually. I thought it was funny. Yeah.
However, there was one thing that when I was like, well, Ashley seems to hate this. I wonder what the rest of the internet says about it. And there was like somebody, I walked out of the theater very happy with my decision. And there was like one thing that a handful of people pearl clutched on and just like trashed the movie for. What do you think it was?
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of it.
There's a scene with an escaped prisoner and the guy bent over the pool table.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And they were like, no. They said this movie was a comedy, and there's no situation in which a comedy should have an attempted rape scene. And I go, it's a
I mean, it was
fairish point.
It was kind
on
of
paper.
funny, though. It was definitely funny in that moment. Let us know if you saw that, too. Here's Palm Beacher with the dispatch.
Hey, News Junkies. Good morning. First time dispatcher here. Also a fellow Palm Beacher, Palm Beach County resident, class of 85, Lakewood High School. Small world, Sean. Hey, just want to call out to Sean. My wife and I were downtown Sanford a few weekends ago, walking down the street doing a charity event. I was the guy in the cycling gear, Sean. I said hello while you're walking the sidewalk, shook my hand. Pretty cool. Just wanted to say again, big fan of the show. Hope all is well. Keep on rocking it. Take care, dude. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Palm Beacher. Nice
Do you
to
remember
meet you out
the
there.
person in the cycling gear?
Yeah, you bet your ass I do. Yeah, I mean, I have had a lot of people come up as of late. I had a lot of people come up about the contract stuff and say some very, very nice things. And yeah, I remember him exactly because it was right before we had a delicious German meal at Hollerbach's. Is that what it's called? Hollerbach's. Fun place. What a fun place. I love it. Like how much they lean into the German in the. I don't know if that's legit. It feels legit.
It is legit.
Yeah, it really seems like that's the experience you would get if you were in Germany. And love that. Very nice to meet you out there. And all you folks, don't be shy if you see me out somewhere in public. I'm not quite as nice as C-Lane. He's a man of the people, and he's really good at the schmoozing, and you'll have fun with him. But
I do like a good schmooze.
Yeah, I'll be nice a little bit. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. One of the craziest stories that I saw this morning about somebody who was just trying to break their lease, that is ending up in jury duty. And that's just the beginning of it, because we got a bunch of other things, including a prediction that C-Lane got 100% right. 100% right. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
We laugh at the wrong times, and that's the right time. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. YouTubers, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing some of your messages. Yeah, there you go. I'm seeing some of your messages on my end. But is it on the chat stream?
Rasmussen University is where
Like I see weed consumer, bet your ass I do.
over 60 career-focused programs, ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT.
Is that on?
Learn more.
Okay, that is. That's on Mega Chat on the screen. Okay. I think it's a little slow. I think it's slow to pick up these new comments, but we'll see. Hey, Alan. Hey, Obi. Hey, Heartland. Hey, everybody. The stupid father with the kids in the bathroom set up a GoFundMe page. Is that true? If I was blind, can you see me? I can see you over here, Sunstate John, but not over here. I'm getting inconsistent YouTube. I'm getting some of them, but not all of them. Stand by. Well, hold on. Maybe. Wait, maybe I just need a little refresh. Okay, let me just try this. Hey, happy Monday to you too. Okay.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word trust right now to 20129. That's trust to 20129.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General
More tweaks incoming. Strangely enough, I think YouTube was like really consistent until I did the username thing.
It's revolutionary. Hyundai's thousands less. Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. And no tax, right, sir?
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Monica Tam, head of brand media for DoorDash, talks about audio's connection to daily rituals.
Audio plays a really important role. There's daily rituals that you do. In all of those moments, you're able to instill in the message that lingers in their head when they do have to make that.
Okay, I got a quota issue, I guess.
iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
How am I over quota? Okay, YouTube over quota. Can't handle this many comments? It's ridiculous. No, of course it can. Of course it can.
Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebate. Visit Mills Air.
We're rolling quickly to jury duty and to the power hour before you know it. Today's flying by. YouTube, I do apologize. I really do. I'm going to try to roll you back in here. I'm pushing another fix. I'm going to try to roll you back in. But it may take until tomorrow until we're totally rocked in with the new Mega Chat. And everything is showing in real time. But we're close. We're getting close. And I think it's quite good. And I think it looks good. Hey, let's try something here. TNJ Chat, can I get you to help me on a little mission? Somebody post a GIF, an animated GIF on TNJ Chat. Let's see how that works. 2 minutes. Accidentally vibe quoted a quality filter? Maybe. No, I don't think so. Somebody on TNJ Chat post an animated GIF. Because I want to make sure those show up. And then I want to make sure... There you go. Okay. All right, you guys can see those now, right? Perfect. Okay, all right, okay. All right, now we can see the animated GIFs. I might be able to make those look a little better, but they're pretty cool. And somebody try a peek. Somebody try posting a peek. I like how I can see the name of the GIFs, Bounce Babes GIF. Okay, so when you post a peek, I can see it here, but in the OBS feed, I can't see it. I just see a tease. OBS feed peaks like studio screen output. Okay, I will fix that after the show while I'm eating lunch. We're coming back. Come on.
Creamy jalapeno sauce, all on a lightly buttered brioche bun with juicy tomato and crisp lettuce. It's the kind of bold flavor that brings extra joy to every fun-filled moment. You can even make it a chicken sandwich if that's your thing. But like summer, it's only here for a limited time. So order now with the Culver's app. And don't forget to join Delicious Rewards to earn points with every bite.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth. Get your tickets at america250.org/LA.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star.
Good to see you. Oh, we got some interesting drama stirring up here. Some World Cup drama with the Canadian police. I'll explain that in just a moment. First, I want to tell you about, Sealand, we do like to focus on stories like this. When somebody makes what you might call a marketing mistake, somebody makes a little bit of a mistake in the marketing world and they end up having to apologize. This is a pretty dumb one. Now, there was a story about a 3-year-old boy who got attacked by a crocodile. Now, I don't even want to say what this makes me think of, since, you know, your son is almost 3 years old.
Right.
And he's doing swimming lessons.
You hear this and you think of my sweet, adorable son being attacked by a crocodile?
I think of the horrors that would be in mind if Lil Jackson got attacked by a crocodile, and how if somebody made fun of that, I might get sensitive.
This is what happens. Sean sees a crocodile attacks 3-year-old, thinks about, oh gosh, if that happened to Sealand, he'd be out for at least a week.
Can't do
what
that.
What would I do?
What are we doing here? It's ridiculous. We can't do this. So I see this story, and it's the company Wowcher, which I'm not familiar with.
Never heard of them.
Wowcher, Wowcher. Discount website Wowcher has apologized after a marketing email appeared to reference a story about a crocodile attack on a toddler at a zoo. The 3-year-old boy is understood to have been attacked by at least one crocodile after ending up in their enclosure during a family trip. An email sent to Wowcher customers on Saturday featured a list of getaways and activities under the subject line, "Snap up these deals quicker than a croc can catch a kid."
Okay.
And obviously, real bad idea. Screenshots were shared across social media prompting outrage, with Wowcher later saying in a statement that it was extremely sorry for the unacceptable wording. "It should have never been written. It was never approved for use. The responsibility sits with us, and we are urgently reviewing how our process has failed," they said. The little boy,
I always like urgently reviewing how our process has failed. Like, are they doing anything, or are they just having a closed door meeting right now where they go, "Hey, no, that was a bad, stupid idea.
Fire someone, for God's sake." The little boy was pulled from the crocodile enclosure by zoo staff and is now in critical but stable condition. The kid's still in critical condition, for God's sake. Following the incident, a 30-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and subsequently bailed because he was unfit for interview. So police were called there. I guess some crazy dude threw the kid into the crocodile enclosure, and then they decided to use it as an advertising ploy afterwards. And they're like, "Oh my God, we are so sorry for that."
Are there any pictures of the actual email?
I don't see it. Let me see if I can find it on X, Wowcher email, because I would like to see, like, did they use an emote? Well, like, what did they do here?
If there was a croc emoji?
If they used like a little crocodile emoji in it, it would seem worse.
It said screenshots were shared across social media prompting outrage. So there's definitely, okay, all right.
Yeah, it says, "Snap up these deals quicker than a croc can catch a kid." And they've got like kayak trips and
Here's the thing, like there are situations in which this could be a really bad coincidence. Like if they had scheduled this way ahead of time and it was just poor timing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw a scheduled promotion post yesterday or over the weekend sometime for Sloth World, and I was like, oh, somebody wasn't told that whole thing just crumbled and most of the sloths are dead.
Oh no, they kept the ads going for that?
It was some Facebook page that posted a brand new ad that was like, "The first slotharium is coming to Florida," and I was like, I don't know who paid for this, what company this is.
Yikes.
I mean, it just seems like, and there were people in the comments that were like, "This is happening again?"
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, this was just an unfortunate mistake. So there are situations in which this could be a coincidence. However, if you put yourself in that mindset and go, "Hey, this was a mistake. They never should have done this, so close to this incident happening." Well, if it was a coincidence, it's not really that funny a joke. Like take the actual
like a joke
kid
about
attack.
a kid getting eaten by a crocodile is not hilarious no matter what.
Like if September 10th, 2001, they were like, snatch up these deals faster than a plane can smash straight into a building, you'd be like, that's a weird thing to say.
It is
that's a very odd thing to say. Why would you say that? Faster than a croc could catch a kid?
I agree. It's bad marketing, and they're sorry for it. But right now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
That would have been like if they did that after the Disney. Like that. There was a Disney, on Disney property, there was a young boy who went into the water and got eaten by an alligator.
And it was
for
just
God's sake.
the 10-year, mark of that happening was just like last week.
My God. All right. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there. You deserve an attorney, though, who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and not just turn you into a number on a spreadsheet for their ever-growing sales staff. You want the DeWitt Law Firm. JustCallMo.com. That's who you want. Just call Mo, 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. I didn't know this was a thing, but this is kind of crazy. Let me bring this story up in front of me here to do jury duty today. This says, trapped in a lease with her abuser, Florida survivors face financial penalty for fleeing domestic violence. And they're trying to put forward a new bill to stop this. But this is a News 6 viewer couldn't break her lease, even after showing a police report documenting the abuse she suffered at the hands of her live-in partner. Across Florida, survivors can face an impossible choice: stay somewhere dangerous or walk away and absorb significant financial penalties. A separate survivor, who News 6 is not identifying to protect her safety, said she left while pregnant. The final straw was when he slapped me in my face and I said, I can't do this anymore. With no money and no plan, she made the decision to go anyway. And they said there's a gap in the law. The problem is there's people, women, who are getting caught up in these things, usually women, where they're in these domestic abuse situations. And when they go to leave their lease, the place that's leasing to them is like, I'm sorry, you're on the lease. I'm going to have you stay here. You're not going to be able to break the lease, even if the person you're occupying the house with is beating the hell out of you. And obviously, that is unacceptable. This says it's a gap in the law. In June, State Senator LaVon Barcy Davis introduced a bill aimed at closing the gap, but it never even got a hearing. So there's stiffer penalties now for repeat abusers. They shield victims' personal information from all public records, but they're going to try again because they haven't been able to get people out of their leases when they're living with somebody who's abusing them, which is obviously crazy.
I wonder if it's because, obviously you would think that if you heard that, Frank over there, the landlord Frank, is making this woman pay the fees, he could be a good guy and go, hey, I see what's happened here. I'm going to let you break this lease without the fees or something like that. But I wonder if they enforce it because the person, the abuser could sue landlord Frank and be like, you're breaching the contract by letting her get out of here with no fees, with no
but don't you have to do that? Like, I can't imagine a situation where your spouse is abusing you and then you can't leave because of it. I understand how it affects everybody involved. Somebody says you need a go ahead.
I'm saying right now, I wonder if legally a landlord would be more inclined to not let them break the contract because maybe there could be blowback from the abusive husband or abusive partner. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I've never even thought about this being an issue, but I guess it is something that women in these situations, they run into from time to time. Okay, we're running a little behind. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the Power Hour on the show. Buckle up. Prepare yourself. We still have a ton of clips to get in and a whole lot more as we get into the Power Hour next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $2,500 is just minutes away with the $250K USA giveaway. Presented by HBN Bath on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash has been moved off to the shoulder now on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching US 192. Traffic still stop and go. All lanes are still blocked on the Beach Line westbound past State Road 520. Traffic's using the left shoulder to get by. Look out for emergency crews on the road.
Stand by. Stand by for Dull Mike. I'll be right there. Hang on.
To the shoulder. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Summer means a whole lot of extra miles. Last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Change wisely.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between a low ball and not good enough. Well, Orchard changes that. And with Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't get just one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers, you review them, and you pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle for one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get the free home valuation. See your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Heather Shaw on June 24th, Jason Salmon on June 25th, and Michael Blackson on June 26th.
Dull Mike here. Hello. Hello. What's happening there, friends? Oh, I see the whole chat. I got I guess it's not YouTube at the moment, but I see the mega chat. That's a good time. Oh, I should probably take the delay off. There we go. Ha ha. Now we're good. Yeah. Thumbs up. What's up, Bootsy, Cat BH, Bratney Joe. Oh, and it just refreshed on me because I think he's trying to fix stuff. He's trying to fix stuff, and the whole chat just disappeared. How's everybody's Monday? Hope everybody had a good weekend, a good Father's Day. Now the other thing is resetting on me. What is he doing? What's going on? Hello, Peanuts, Obi-Wan Cannoli, Bird Nerd. Thank you, Cap BH. Yeah, Father's Day was good. It was a good time. Had my dad over, father-in-law over. Hung out with other father friends a little bit. And mostly laid low, stayed at home. But, yeah, as Sean showed at the beginning of the show, I got a Pit Boss, entry-level pellet grill I want to do some smoking on. I'm trying to think of what to smoke first. I might have to, find some sort of meat that won't take super long. I can do a chicken wings might not have enough time in them to really absorb. But, I got some ideas. And that'll be my new obsession. I will watch lots of YouTube videos about it, all kinds of stuff. Just, maybe I'll go pick up some pork on the way home. Bring the boy with me to the pork store. You guys are really... did that spot at the end of the driveway come back with the new saw? No, it's still... that whole side is being a little patchy.
And I think one of the Father's Day gifts I got from my mother-in-law is she didn't mention it this time. She didn't go, "Are you watering? Are you watering?" Yeah, it's getting plenty of water. It's been raining a bunch. Pulled pork shoulder, super easy, and it will make you a star. All right, cool. I like that. We did sod work in the yard this weekend, and boy, are my arms tired. Yeah, that's... Man, when we had some guy come and sod my old house, that damn... it was like June 1st or maybe even mid-June. It was like hot AF. Probably the sweatiest I had been in a long time. Long time. I said pork store, not pork star. Oh, I see what you mean, because I will be a star. Pork star. Did SOAD work this weekend? Oh. I was trying to focus on what SOAD stood for, and I should have just kept reading. The toxicity of our city. All right. Quick soccer update, and we're back.
Start packing. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
The World Cup rolls on with games taking place across the U.S. today. Norway will take on Senegal in New Jersey after star Erling Haaland scored 2 goals in his tournament debut last week.
Erling Haaland meets the World Cup. The World Cup meets Erling Haaland.
Meanwhile, the U.S. 2-0 wraps up the group stage on Thursday in Los Angeles against Turkey.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Here we are on a Monday, and I got to get to some of your feedback here momentarily on the show. Learn more about everything going on over at thenewsjunkie.com. They did it, C-Lane. I didn't think they could do it, but virtually at gunpoint, they forced Elmo to take a side in the World Cup issue.
I saw this.
What did that protesters thing say? Like traitor, and they had Elmo because Elmo wouldn't choose a side in the New York Knicks, the NBA playoffs battle.
Which automatically had them brand him as a traitor in New York because Sesame Street is kind of set in New York, even if they aren't specific about it. Sesame Street's kind of a New York thing.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about that, but C-Lane is totally right. Sesame Street's from New York, and then Elmo doesn't pick New York, and he goes, I want both teams to win. Elmo does his Elmo thing, and people got so mad they had Elmo on a freaking pike. And they were saying traitor, like they were killing him at the stake.
They also, I think it was pointed out by one of the, maybe it was last week tonight, or maybe it was Jon Stewart. There was a bunch of people at those Knicks parade stuff.
Yeah.
There was like 6 Spider-Men. Spider-Man, people dressed as Spider-Man.
Right.
Just for no reason.
There was no involvement from Elmo on a supportive basis. He was just doing his Elmo thing, which I think is part of his identity, where he doesn't want to pick a side. Everybody, Elmo love everybody, his stupid thing. They have bullied Elmo into supporting Team USA in the World Cup. They were like, Elmo, enough of this fence seating nonsense. Or this, like, the fence sitting that you're doing is not acceptable. We need you to support Team USA. Elmo released a video. I swear to God, it seems like there's a gun off the camera. Like right outside of the camera shot, it seems like there's a gun pointing to Elmo.
Grouch is,
Oscar is like, take a side, mother, and he's cocking the gun back. Listen to Elmo under duress coming forward and supporting Team USA in the World Cup because basically his life is on the line.
Just to be clear, Elmo wants Team USA to win, okay? But Elmo loves everybody. Just to be clear. Don't make this a thing.
I think it's great.
Elmo loves you, and Elmo loves you, and Elmo loves you, and Team USA, and everybody who's playing.
Yeah, I think you're still on the fence here a little bit.
Yeah.
Elmo loves Team USA and everybody that's playing, but at the beginning, he's like, hey, I support Team USA.
Just to be clear, Elmo wants Team USA to win.
Yeah. So he leads off with that.
I like how they actually make it look like he looks down at his jersey to make sure he says the right thing. Just so you know.
Yeah.
So you know. I want Team USA to win.
It's literally like an ISIS video. It's seriously like that. And then he goes, no, I mean, everybody's great.
Elmo loves everybody.
Uh-huh.
Just to be clear.
To be clear.
Don't make this a thing.
Yeah, I think they are going to make it a thing. Elmo,
if
unfortunately.
Elmo was in an ISIS video. There's literally nothing about an ISIS video that is any good ever. But if Elmo came out in an ISIS video, you'd be like, well, am I allowed to laugh at this?
You can, I think. Here's NBC News. Elmo picks a side in the World Cup after his NBA Finals controversy. Don't make this a thing. And it's got Elmo in this. Elmo wants Team USA to win, just to be clear. But then at the end, it sounded like he was hedging again. They're trying to remain unbiased over there and global on Sesame Street, but they have stepped in it a little bit here, I think. We'll see what happens as this strange controversy continues for some reason. All right, let's see. A couple of things that I want to do here. One is, let's take a look. There's a bunch of emails coming in. Doug says, hey, News Junkie, Ashburn is called Data Center Alley. This is based on the story about the data center making all that noise. Like, I don't know how anybody could live by that. He said, ugly as hell. There are tons of the big warehouse-looking buildings all over the place, and they're trying to buy out neighborhoods entirely in Ashburn. And then he sends a link, and it says, were Ashburn neighbors offered $4 million each to sell for data center development?
That's a lot of money.
I don't know if that's true or not. A neighborhood is suddenly finding itself in the headlines after word got out. Homeowners are being offered $4 million each to sell for data center development. Some residents say the headline doesn't represent an accurate picture of the quandary they face. It's 143 half-acre lots in this neighborhood. That led HOA president Mital Gandhi, a real estate developer, to devise a plan. He found a data center developer who would pay roughly $4 million to buy out each homeowner. Kept mostly quiet for more than a year.
That's $500 million.
That's crazy. The proposal was just spotlighted in a data center publication in a local paper inside Nova. And nobody wanted to be on camera about this. If you lived in a neighborhood and let's say your home was worth $100,000, well, not $100,000 there. Let's say your home was worth $500,000, maybe even $1 million. And they said, hey, we'll give you $4 million and we're turning this neighborhood into a data center. If they did that in your neighborhood, do you think you could get everybody on board if you needed $4 million?
$4 million is nothing to just not consider.
Courtney wouldn't take it.
No, she likes the house too much.
Yeah, she likes the house too much. She wouldn't take $4 million for the house. We would be the holdouts if that was the case.
You just build that house somewhere else.
You could $4 million. You could, yeah.
For $4 million, you might be able to cut it up and put it on trucks and have it rebuilt.
You're right. Yeah, like they don't need it anyways, right? They don't need the actual house.
No.
That would be the killer move. Pick up the whole neighborhood, move it to another neighborhood, plop it down, and still give me $4 million. Like, now we're talking.
I have 2 really good friends on my street and then another couple streets down. If we were all offered $4 million, we would have to get together and be like, all right, but we're all picking the same spot, right? We're all going to end up in the same spot with much nicer pools this time.
You guys can find another cul-de-sac for $4
Hell
million.
yes.
That's like you can really upgrade things quite a bit. But I guess, hold on, let me see what this story says. NBC4.
Neighborhood is suddenly finding itself in the headlines after word got out. Homeowners there were being offered $4 million each to sell for data center development.
Would you do it, everybody? That's our question. If they went into your neighborhood and they said, we want to swap it out for a data center, you don't have to live here. It's not going to be really loud or anything. But straight up, would you take the deal, $4 million check, and then you move on and they put a data center where your house used to be?
But some residents say that headline doesn't at all represent an accurate picture of the quandary they face.
And Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Jim
want,
Carey
40?
visited the Regency HOA to try to get more details behind this catchy headline.
The Regency neighborhood just off Waxpool Road in Ashburn is beautiful this time of year. 143 spacious
These are nice houses.
lots, open space, just blocks to the metro and shopping. But here's the problem. On 2 sides, the subdivision is surrounded by data centers, and more are coming.
Oh, my God. They got them all around them. So they have data centers all around them, and they want to put another one in the middle, and they're offering the residents $4 million. Would you take it? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane, let's do the Power Hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
Yep, you hear them. You hear them, all right, boys? I really got some skills.
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
Telling all the boys about your skills.
It's true. That's how I bring them to my yard. Harley says over to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Harley with an IE says, I live in Sumter County, specifically Bushnell. And right down the road from our house, they're trying to put an injection well in the heart of Florida landfill, which will be full of trash water from down south because they've run out of room for their trash. What's an injection well? I've not heard of this before. That's new to me. Let's see if you can find out what that is, Sealand. It says they've run out of room for their trash. This threatens our environment and our drinking water, amongst other things. Every morning it smells so bad outside, but officials are still pushing forward despite our community's effort to stop and halt this.
Doesn't seem like a great idea.
What
is
it?
Is a drilled, bored, or driven shaft used to pump fluid. So a well that you would normally dig is to get fluid from the bottom up, like I have for like my sprinklers.
Yeah.
They're on a well system, right? An injection well is you go the other direction. And it says used to pump fluids deep underground into porous rock formations. They're primarily used for safely disposing of industrial and municipal wastewater, storing captured carbon dioxide, or pumping fluids into the earth to enhance oil and gas recovery.
Wait, are you saying you're blasting like dirty water down into the earth to get rid of it?
That's what it sounds like.
Wow. All right. I have not heard that before, but
pumping fluids into the earth to enhance oil and gas recovery sounds like, well, that could be a decent idea if you need to loosen some things up. You kind of pump some water down there to get it all, kind of loosened, but just on paper it doesn't sound like a great idea if you're using trash water. You're like, we don't want this trash water anymore. We're just going to pump it deep inside the earth and leave it there.
I could see why you'd be hesitant there, though. Dead Channel Ronan on YouTube says, the contract news you gave last week gives Ron and Fez vibes just before they popped off and went really big. Love you guys and keep up the great work. Well, thank you, friend. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people had nice things to say. As I said, this weekend I had people just being really sweet about everything, and I appreciate that. Here's another email coming in. This is from Bill. He says, good afternoon, Sean. My wife and I were on the way back from her parents' house and 5 hours away from our home this past weekend. I was introducing her to secret shows, the uncensored shows, some of which I had already listened to. The problem and reason for this email is anytime I pulled up an episode that I listened to and it didn't finish, it wouldn't let me rewind back to the beginning so that we could listen to the whole thing. Well, that's a bummer. I'll have to figure that out. I see what you're saying.
If only there was a good enough Cotarino that could be on that. Jeez,
that's a Cotarino
That is embarrassing.
fail. Hang on, I'll print this one, sir. That is a good issue I could fix for sure. He's saying that the app remembers where he's at on the show, but then it doesn't let him necessarily go back if he's already started one. He wants to go back to the beginning. We absolutely adore secret shows. I've been listening forever. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything you do. Wiggle and pop. All right.
So about that injection well, a friend of ours that actually lives out there in Bushnell, texted me and said the dump that is in Sumterville north of them gets rained on. Right. So there's a big landfill, but Mount Trashmore kind of deal there.
Yeah.
And the rain falls on the pile of trash. The water has to go somewhere. They run it down to this place where there's like a liner, which seems smelly, and they want to pump that dirty water into the aquifer, which is a bad idea. Every city council meeting in Bushnell is a 2-hour rant from neighbors bitching about the smell and worrying about the water.
Damn, that's a twofold thing. Like, I can definitely be concerned about both those. Like, if I was in that neighborhood, I'd probably be upset by that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame them at all. They're fracking. Yeah, it's like fracking. It's like fracking with trash, for God's sake. That's no good. I'd be irritated by that for sure. Okay, real quick, I wanted to show you this because I thought C-Lane might find it. Actually, hold on. I'll save it. I'll save it for the next segment because we'll do more of a grab bag segment when we come back, and I can work in a bunch of these really amazing clips that you're going to enjoy all at once. And we will do that because it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
That crash has been moved off to the shoulder now on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching US 192. Traffic still stop and go. All lanes are still blocked on the Beach Line westbound past State Road 520. Traffic's using the left shoulder to get by. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. I-4 westbound's backed up due to an accident before Michigan Street off to the shoulder. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches.
This summer, rediscover a place where every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Explore Florida's historic coast.com.
You already know that mortgage guy, Don, is the guy to go to help you out with a traditional mortgage or even a refi. But if you are a business owner, he does commercial and SBA loans too. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 8% or more, talk to Don. You're paying too much. Also, if you are over the age of 62 on a fixed...
Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. Stand by. Important information incoming. Important information incoming. Big thanks to Sunday John for the 12 gifted subs. What a king. What a supporter. Big support from Sun State John, the 12 gifted subs. He's keeping the lights on indeed. God bless him. I'll mention that when we come back. Sun State John with 12 gifted subs. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Eight of those left. Go grab them now. Stand by. All right, now, God almighty, I've got 800 things going on. Don't forget, we got a live show coming up. A live show, July 3rd, I believe. Okay, got Today I Learned, all segged up and ready to go. My God, there's too much happening all at once today. All right, here's the deal. Mega Chat update. Mega Chat should be good. The problem is there's a quota for the amount of times that you can ping the YouTube API. So I had to put an on and off button for YouTube chat that I'll start right when the show starts. And I had to tweak a couple of things. That means tomorrow, Mega Chat should work perfectly for all platforms. That includes you, YouTube. Sorry for today, but it should be good for tomorrow. It only gives you 10,000 API hits a day, and we've already exhausted those. So, all right, we will be tweaking that a little bit. It should be better tomorrow. 90 seconds and we're back.
This July 3rd, Mount Dora explodes with excitement and freedom on the waterfront. Live performance by national recording artist Tonic, plus a huge kid zone, delicious food vendors, and family fun. Then a breathtaking drone and fireworks spectacular.
I will be at the live show, so you're not allowed to use this excuse. The live show is going to be a blast. I've been thinking about some ideas. However, I want to involve you guys in the process. So I'm going to workshop some ideas for the live show with you starting tomorrow. All right? I've got a couple ideas I want to run by. A couple that I think have big potential. But I want to tweak them, and I want you to have some kind of input. I think that's best. All right, we're coming back right now. Stand by.
No socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus nicotine pouches, the softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Thursday night at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Juggling about 500 things over here. I think we're good to go, and we got to pay off a few things that I haven't gotten to yet, and also grab bag segment time. Grab bag segment. That means a bunch of different stuff I want to work in quickly from a bunch of different places over here, including one thing that I teased a little bit earlier, and I said C-Lane called it. He absolutely called it. When we were talking about the Knicks, the New York Knicks at their parade, the trash cans that they put out, and we said, oh, people are going to steal those. They put out like orange and blue Knicks colors trash cans, and C-Lane's like, well, I think they're going to steal them. And legit, on
100%.
video, multiple people pouring out the trash all over the ground. The opposite of the Japanese fans at the World Cup, really. They're just pouring out all the trash.
100%. I think that when we talked about this and they were unloading the empty trash cans with the Knicks colors, I didn't really, in my head, consider the fact that if these things were filled with trash, they would be dumping them on the street to steal them.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's quite gross. There were some.
I think there's another one.
There was some real weird stuff coming out of that Knicks parade. Did you see the guy that OD'd on top of the subway entrance?
I did. That was bizarre for another reason. Just real quick, here's another person. Is this the same? This is a different person, I think, maybe.
Well, I don't know.
It says, got the best.
She looks similar to the person
It might
that
be
did
her.
that.
Yeah, it could be.
I love how she stole city property and then used the subway to take it home.
Yeah, she's on the subway with the orange and blue trash can, just bringing it home. So people were absolutely stealing those. All right. What was the other thing you just said?
The guy that OD'd on top of the subway entrance.
Okay. If people didn't see this, I'll try to bring this up, but there's only so much I can play.
The video that I saw was it looked like body cam footage because it looked like it was like moving with the guy. And this is the guy. This is the footage I think I saw. And at some point, he was climbing up to the roof of this subway entrance, and it sounded like he said the NYP told him not to climb up there, like NYPD.
He got above the crowd, and he was up in this area by himself, and people were worried that he might vomit and choke on his own vomit because they thought he was all drugged out. I heard another story. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that he had too much Beatbox, the alcohol beverage. And I'm like,
this is the first I've heard of that.
It's like Beatbox will get you sideways, man.
But he was passed out up there, and I didn't know that Beatbox could do this to you, or that Narcan was effective for things other than a drug overdose. But some lady, a medic, gets up there, and she's got Narcan on her, and she administers the Narcan to this guy and starts trying to wake him up. And when he comes to, he tries to kiss her.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, there's this woman, and I have to say, I don't know if we can find her in here. When she pops up, she's a rather attractive young woman, and she goes up to try to help him out. And when she hits him with a Narcan, he keeps trying to kiss her. And she has to push him off of her every single time that this guy he pulls her in and tries to kiss her. Now, I saw a couple of people saying, and I don't know if there's any truth to this or not. I saw some people saying when you get hit with Narcan, it can disrupt your senses in such a way that you might not understand what you're doing. So they were kind of excusing the behavior here. I saw it in a Reddit comment, and I don't know if that's true or not.
I saw this video in two different places, Reddit and Twitter. And the comment section was very different on both of those platforms. The Reddit one, where the people there tend to be a lot more liberal, a lot more left leaning Redditors, were saying like, oh yeah, he was probably very disoriented. I mean, I would think that the thing that led him to needing the Narcan would also make him pretty disoriented. So he may not have known what he was doing. But the comments on X.com on Twitter. Were just full on racist. Why did they wake up the rapist? A bunch of racial slurs. I was like, oh, this is toxic right here.
Yeah, the internet's a real great place, isn't it?
Yeah,
just a blast. Maybe that's true. If you guys are in healthcare or you know more about Narcan, does it make people do weird stuff like that? The responses that I saw were comparing it to what's the movie where the little kid pretends to be passed out? Was that Sandlot or no?
I don't know. There's probably a couple movies like that.
The kid who pretends to be passed out because he thinks the lifeguard is hot, and then the lifeguard comes over to him, and she does mouth to mouth, and he starts making out with her.
Yeah.
I don't remember what movie that is, but a lot of people were comparing it to that because this dude, I don't know what's true here. I don't know if it was actually drugs or if it really was beatbox or Sandlot. People are saying Sandlot. Yeah, or what it was, or if that's a true response to that. But it looked bad. There's a woman trying to save his life, and he's trying to make out with her. It was very, very uncomfortable. I'll put that up over on See It Now. Let me get a snapshot of this. I'll put it up on See It Now so you can take a peek and get over there at your convenience to see all the visual things that we talk about on the show. It's right there in the menu on the website. We'll click See It Now, and bam, you'll see what we're looking at. Okay. Other stories here. I had said it was going to be a grab bag segment, so let's do it. This one was absolutely crazy to me. Let me get rid of the Knicks trash can thing. This was so crazy. So you want to talk about weird biases in the news? I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like this. So in Oakland, California, which for those of you who don't know, Oakland is across the bay from San Francisco. So they call it the Bay Area. One side of the bay is Oakland. It's a little less wealthy. It's got a lot more crime. And it's on the other side of the bay from San Francisco, which has got, overall a lot more wealth, and a lot of the big tech companies and stuff are occupying areas around San Francisco, which drives the income levels up. And there have been a lot, and I mean a lot, of break-ins, car break-ins in Oakland. It has been an obnoxious and frustrating part of life for many people. It has been a part of life where they've said, we are just trying to enjoy ourselves, and people keep breaking into our cars. You got your Seth Rogans every once in a while who are like, what's the big deal? It's fine.
I leave my car unlocked so they don't have to smash it.
Sometimes they leave me a little trinket behind. You're out of touch. Most people hate this. I've been so mad at this in the past. Courtney and I have talked about this before, because people will break your windows out of your car to steal something that is of way less value than the windows. And you're just frustrated with the idea that somebody is violating you by stealing stuff. So there has been a massive fall off in crime, stolen vehicles, and vehicle break-ins in the Oakland area. That is great, right? We're all on board. We've seen a drop in vehicle thefts in the Oakland area. Everybody's on board.
Perfect, right?
This is a real story. I kid you not. This is from Fox 2, KTVU. And the headline that they took out of this, I almost could just curse. The headline that they took out of this is auto glass repair businesses suffer as Oakland break-ins decline. This is what a baked-in bias in a news organization looks like. The average person in Oakland couldn't be more happy that there are less people getting away with breaking into their cars and there are less thefts going on. But the way it's spun up by KTVU Channel 2 is literally auto glass repair businesses suffer as Oakland break-ins decline. It's just unbelievable to me. Let's see what they say in the actual story.
A massive trend on crime in Oakland may be having a negative impact on some city businesses. Police statistics show a steep drop in car break-ins during this past year.
How can we make this negative, they say? Car break-ins have dropped. How can we make this negative? The glass repair companies are making less money.
But there is a corresponding decline in business for a particular type of business.
Could you imagine if they did this same exact thing and they were like, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a precipitous drop in handgun deaths and murders from handguns. But have you thought of Smith & Wesson? Have you considered the ammunition companies who are suffering a steep decline in sales as a result of not selling as many bullets for people to shoot at each other? What a weird ass framing for a story that they're doing here. The car break-ins decline. You can't go, hey, we've changed our policies. Maybe we're rounding a corner here. This is good. You're like, have you thought about the companies that have been making buku bucks off of all these broken windows?
Jesse Gary explains.
Crazy,
at
man.
Low Price Auto Glass Repair in East Oakland, a site that's becoming increasingly rare. Technicians replacing a door glass panel due to a break-in.
Poor
There is a door glass repair. If there is any break-ins, vandalism, that segment of my business has been down about 30%.
Oh,
The
no.
5 days at this shop on San Leandro Street are now mostly filled with windshield replacements due to cracks from road debris.
The windshield got cracked and just been needing to get it replaced for a while.
This phenomenon is not a one-off. Fox 2 reached out to roughly a half dozen glass repair shops in Oakland, and all tell a similar tale. Business is down.
God almighty. I mean, it's just it's the kind of stuff that makes your head want to explode. This is what you do in these local media outlets where you have something like this. Hey, let me rephrase this for you. Great news, people in Oakland. Less people are breaking into our cars. Our policies are getting at least a little bit better. But talk about finding the bad news and a good news story. I thought that was crazy. You tell us what you think. We'll try to get more of these stories that I didn't even get worked in here involved on the show. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show because therapy is expensive. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Monday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another hot and humid day, but not quite as sweltering as what we've seen in the past several days. We'll see afternoon temperatures warm their way into the low and middle 90s with a high of around 95 degrees today in Orlando, with about a 30 to 40% chance of some late afternoon and evening showers and storms. Not terribly widespread. These will stay pretty hit and miss, but still be sure to grab the rain gear as you make your way out the door. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Upgrade your cookout game this July 4th at Lowe's. Save $50 on select Pit Boss DX Smart Electric Smoker. Now just $249. Valid through 6/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Folks, let me tell you about one of my favorite tips for a homeowner. That is the tip that Mills Air is the only place you need to call when something goes south on your air conditioner. What you need to know is simple. Go to millsair.com and they will hook you up with one of their great techs, just like they did for me when the AC stopped working in the studio. It's hot. It's 96 degrees outside. I don't want you going back home after a long day's work and not being comfortable and being scared of how much that's going to cost to get it fixed and working like it should. That's no excuse anymore. So make a move. It's time for you to get in on the action on the best AC repair company out there. Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was...
All right, folks. Holy cow! What a crazy day. We will try to get all this in, but there's only one segment left. And now, at the very least, it's time for you to rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a real winner, a humdinger. I got to mention Sun State John's gifted subs on the way out. I got some emails. God almighty, this ain't ever going to happen. I didn't even get into the reflecting pool drama. That's getting interesting. But the bottom line is we have a whole week. A whole last week. 9.4 herpes from loose meat out of 10. 9 out of 10 airplane passenger bite marks. 10 out of 10 herp sandwiches. 10 humdingers out of 10. 8 mega chats out of 10. God bless you all. YouTube, you'll be back on board tomorrow, I promise. 10 out of 10 beads of sweat on my forehead. 10 anonymous YouTube members out of 10. You will all be back and recovered tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. And I think we're in a much better position moving forward. All right, let me go get Today I Learned so I can get that on track. Stand by. Okay. 10 out of 10 Arby's, we have the STDs. Yikes. Okay, let me check on a couple of things. Okay. Thank you all. Tomorrow will be more orderly. Thank you for your patience today as we're rolling out some of this new stuff. God bless YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Stay gold.
Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Dad, why do we always make gumbo on special days?
Because it brings everybody together. And because it's a tradition that's been passed down for as long as I can remember. Your grandma made it, her dad made it, and now it's our turn.
How do we remember what goes in it?
Grandma taught me most of it when I was young and watched her cook. But I have her old recipe card. Publix has everything else. The sausage, the shrimp, the fresh okra, and the butter and flour for the roux.
You always say the roux is the most important part.
The roux holds it all together, just like love does. All right, your turn to stir. Slow and steady.
Can I add some extra shrimp? Like a lot of shrimp?
Now that's how you put your name on it. Your grandma would be proud, little chef.
Share the traditions you know by heart, with recipes passed down and dishes that are rich with history, seasoned with love, and full of meaning that brings us closer. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
You've heard of karma, but have you heard of CARMA? It's like karma, but on the road. So when you let someone merge, good karma. Leave space between cars, good karma. These little daily driving habits can help you keep calm and in control. Learn more at drivesmartflorida.org.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the new.
It didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. So sorry. Today just flew by, honestly. We didn't get half of the stuff in that we were supposed to. Big show tomorrow to make up for all of this. And now I think I've got all of the Mega Chat stuff working. I have so little time. I did tease this thing about in Canada, the police made a statement about what was going on with the World Cup. Here's the cops in Ottawa.
I want to have a serious
and an uncomfortable conversation with all of you. Change your behavior now or quit. Leave. Members are using our databases as their own way to meet women. Seeing a woman at a coffee shop,
Oh, it's
coming
like
out of a
what
gym,
the
driving next to them,
problem they had with
giving
the
their
David
license
system.
and running them on the system. We've seen members messaging vulnerable victims on calls that they've attended in an attempt to develop an intimate relationship.
Yeah, I guess it's also happened with the World Cup. They said they've seen some attractive women coming out of all sorts of different places, and they are utilizing that things just like the David system, you're right, to look up women they find to be attractive, I guess. So they're in trouble in Ottawa for that. We're going to have to push some of this over to tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a very, very busy show. We got to wrap it up for today. We'll see you tomorrow, but right now, let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Did I forget anything else, T-Lane?
I think that's it.
I feel like I forgot so many things today. But here we are. Today I learned this band right here. Guns N' Roses. That's right. Guns N' Roses is actually a result of a merger between two bands. There's a band called the LA Guns and the Hollywood Rose. Axl Rose was on that one.
Yeah.
They pushed together into the mega band Guns N' Roses, and the rest was rock and roll history. Thank you for being with us on a Monday. As I said, big fat show tomorrow, and everything should be working perfectly. The mega chat went over pretty well, but some tweaks. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the